Oh, what kind of deck are you building?
Hmm? Oh no, this is Tyranids. As I'm a big 40k whore, so I got the Tyranid deck.
Ooh,
What?
Yeah,
What a
oh, yeah.
description.
I am. I get itchy for Warhammer. Warhammer and Magic the Gathering. I'm a total slut for.
not me knowing a little bit about Magic the Gathering. I hate that I know so much about nerd shit. I hate it. Anyways, welcome to TTRPG Barbie, y'all. Session 2, I believe, right?
Yes, this is like official session 2.
Yes.
This is session 2. So, yes, welcome. I'm gonna wait till people get in here. Um, fuck advertisement. Look, I had a long day. If people come in here, they come in here. If they like us, they like us. What's tea? But yes, we're back with our heroes. My little Barbie dolls. We got to get into some things. We're gonna do a quick recap, and I'm gonna need the ones that are here to fight over it. Y'all get inspiration. Go. Whoever says something first gets to say it.
Something first.
Fine.
Who wasn't here?
I was gonna say you don't know. So recap of what happened. We had the entire session so far up until this point, just the last session. We're recapping.
Just the last session. Recap of the last.
Oh, just last session. Okay, so recapping of last session. Zarin and Kriv have kind of like hung out and stayed like together a little bit. Zarin apparently went home at some point, but stayed in connection with Kriv because we need to find out more information. Kriv introduced Zarin to their master, and master said that there was basically like more information. He gave us a book that we could get more information of. We also picked up some little items and trinkets from the quest that we had done. Now we were going through the marketplace. We ran into Eska, who is another character who has joined us, and we both kind of ended up at the same place. There's a little contention between our groups, but Eska is also along with us like at the moment, and is just like kind of like getting involved with what me and Kriv are doing. And so there at the end of the session there was this entity that showed up that was like wrapped in like curtains and like silken like vibes that were coming out from them and stuff. So yeah, that's where we left off at.
Alrighty then. And we're still on the same day, I believe. Yes, we are. We're on the same
Mhm.
day. Um, I would say that you're still with Kriv at the observatory, and you just all witnessed something very unusual happening, and it just went away without explanation. Zarin, you realized you noticed something while amidst all of that was happening. There was a lot going on, but you did take key note when you turned your head back to Eska. And Eska is like just as like Eska just as shocked as to see like what's happening with the book. And Kelsey, the librarian that you were speaking to, um Criff and Kelsey hasn't picked this up, but they know that something weird is happening because the book just unveiled a whole new section of pages regarding a deity, and they get pretty much expanded upon the section that was already there. Um, I would say if you have any questions regarding that, I would say you have the book right now. Kelsey handed you the book. I'm like, and she's basically like, well, what exactly are you looking to get into? This seems kind of unexpected. Are you are you okay? Are you dealing with things that are not this plane?
You might say that. We need information on the ability to break the bond with a dark entity.
So just to clarify, you're not a school student. You're not a university student.
No, this is a school project.
Roll me a deception. You just go keep up with.
Hold on.
I'm gonna roll something too. God damn it.
Okay, let me see.
Let me pull this up.
See if I remember how to do this again. It is R1D D20.
And read it out to me because I can't check.
Wait, okay. It's R exclamation point 1D20, right?
Yes,
I thought it
but
was exclamation
there's a
point
space
R.
between the R and the dice you roll.
Oh, there is no exclamation point?
Exclamation point R space.
Okay, I mean, I am a dumb.
No, that's me.
We can be dumb
You can't-
together.
You can't.
Okay, so let's see.
You can't take my brand away from me.
I rolled a 17.
At 17. She okay, so you're in trouble? Is this so you got in trouble with something? Oh, so this is your project. So like you're not in
Yes.
trouble, but like you have to break a curse?
Yes, we have to understand we're studying dark magic. A lot of very particular
We
things, I do have.
so like
Yes, my class.
oh okay.
Yes, my class. So my class, we're studying dark magic, particularly our professor is a what is the name? I can't think of it. I have ancestry as well. I can't think of I can't think of the name.
I'm gonna let you know now. She rolled a 13. She believes you.
No. The dark elves. What are the dark elves?
Drow.
Brow.
Drow. Thank you. I have some. I personally have Drow ancestry, but so does my professor. And so we're studying like dark magic, dark curses, the ability to be able to break a dark curse. It's all things that a sorcerer would need to know.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll help with it however I can. I'm all about students making marks. However, I just don't want anything to happen to you. You're like one of my favorite people that I see at the library.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Eska has like walked away at this point. Eska has like she just had finished putting up the decorations. I think they kind of just like experienced something like kind of dramatic and like they was just like this is a lot for me. I'm gonna go, and they left. So they're going back to their flower shop to help their mother with the festival.
Hmm.
And that's right. Today is the festival.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd say if there's anything else you want to do in this library or talk about or ask Kelsey, this would be the time to do it. Otherwise, we can move into later in the evening.
I would like to ask Kelsey if there are any books in. Okay, Kelsey. So Kelsey, what do you think that was that we saw? Did Kelsey see it,
No,
or did? Oh, Kelsey didn't see it. Okay, crap.
Kelsey didn't see it. Crib didn't see it.
Okay. So the book that we have, what is it written in?
Uh,
Is it Infernal?
yes, but the one that Kelsey pulled out in the section that had information in the section that said anything about you have information about the Dark Times, and Kelsey explained it further.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Dark Times. I'm sorry, the Lost Times. The Lost Times. That section was written in Infernal. You know that this book is not completely written in Infernal. It's just this book is very like high education level. Like professors understand this book. Like it's in
Mm-hmm.
common, but like it's
Because
like
I could. Well, as I say, like I read Infernal, so like I could, in theory, I'd still be able to read it, but it still would just be like above my like education level.
exactly.
Mhm. Okay.
Is it a language that teachers speak?
Well, as I come to I come to the library all the time, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I would feel very comfortable here.
Right.
Kelsey, I know Kelsey. So,
Mm-hmm.
what's something I could ask? Uh, Kelsey, do you have a book recommendation for me? I just finished the one that I last had.
A recommendation? Are you at, what are you looking for? Anything in particular? I always have books, and you're literally in this big ass observatory where books litter every inch of the walls. So like anything you want to read about, you can read about it. And then
A history book.
A history book. On what kind of history? She's
Mm,
like in her slippers, like floating around in the history
let's
section.
do let's do last 1,200 years, like something that would cover that time period.
1200 years. Okay. Okay. She goes over. She looks for something. Um, it's not it's not like anything specific. It's more like a she grabs this big ass book. It's heavy, but she holds it with both hands. Floats around back to the table where you guys are and says, "Well, this is more of like an encyclopedia. Like, well, in the real world, it would be like an encyclopedia. This is more like
Hmm.
a chronicling of everything we know so far after the lost times and things that happened without history. This history was lost, and we're just now piecing things back together. So
No,
this would be a good starting point because this has everything up until you know this city's recent times and into this kingdom's time coming into power.
now is this a reference book? Oh, can I check this out? I need something that I can check out.
I don't know if I can. I'm not sure if I can let you take this. Hmm. Let me roll
If not, any like anything I can check out that will have like similar information is fine with me. I
she
just know that like reference books cannot be checked out.
roll me a persuasion check with advantage because you do know her and she
Okay.
likes you.
And I'm a book like I take good care of my books.
You do. So it'd be two d20s. Yeah, I'm improvising on the fly. So
It's all right. You said persuasion?
yes,
It's an 18.
18. Okay. Uh, yes, sure. She's like, I do trust you. You take care of my books. Don't tell my boss. And the boss is like sitting there like 30 feet away in his chair sipping like tea. Like he's old. He's like a very, very old like gnome. Um
Mm-hmm.
and you think he's going deaf. He never speaks or talks anything like that. Like he's just sitting there every time you're in here. Um
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, just don't let my boss find out. I don't think he'll move, but still take care of this book. I'll let you have it. Just make sure you bring it back. I trust you.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Right. And that wraps up that scene. We move into later in the evening where all the festival preparations for the queen announcing her pregnancy.
So I'm
And
gonna add the history book to my list of
inventory.
items.
Yes. Go ahead and do that.
Cool. That I figure like that way we can get that just in case like if we have any questions about like world stuff, we have a little hack.
Now to let you know, that's just solely a history book. The book
Hmm.
that you were reading that was also in that reference section that y'all was looking through together.
Hmm.
That was specifically written by magical like mages and wizards and like professors, and
Hmm.
y'all saw for yourselves that that book has the ability to update. So
Hmm.
that will not be in your inventory, but
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm
I wanted a history book because that way if we come up with like if we have any information or we need questions about lore, I have like a way of
got you,
asking.
got you. Smart. Yeah. So it's later in the evening. Um, not my light going kapooey. Shit happens live, y'all.
Hmm.
And yes, so streets are pretty, flowers are everywhere. The royal blue flowers, uh, just food stands are out, stalls of items. Like people are really like getting excited and ramped up because there's music playing. Bards are like all over, like in their own little sections, putting out like little canisters that collect money and gold. like they're having a time where like this is a celebration for the queen because it's been years since the queen has announced her pregnancy, and many thought that the queen couldn't get pregnant. So like this is a happy time for the city right now. Um, I would say it's around, mind you, the in the city, the sky looks like different if you're outside this if you're inside the city walls. So the sky is like very much um that type of like dark blue. It's not necessarily like nighttime, but I'd say it's like around 6:30 if you had to guess. But like the sky is like dark blue, and you see like a small indentation of the three moons on this plane, like the three moons that are in the sky. Um,
Hmm.
and one of them is appearing bigger than the others because in this month actually I have to check that. But in this month, one of the moons is going through like its its typical phases. Uh, yeah. So like you and Kriv, I'm assuming Kriv is still with Zarin.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you guys are out and about. You know, various walkways. The walls and everything. They they connect to each other by the way of archways, like little corridors or like little steps to other parts of the city. It's like the walls are big, so like every part of the city is having its own like its own celebratory thing. Um, like so people are just all over and people are out. It's crowded today. So what do y'all want to do?
Well, I was thinking.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just thinking. I'm like a very sheltered person, and my mom like doesn't let me go out many places. Um, the entire reason I was out is because I was running errands, so I would need to go back home. And I was thinking maybe there's a reason why like Kriv would need to come home with us, and I could say like, hey, like you want to like have, I'll see, like I'll bring you back and we can cook you dinner or whatever.
Well, let's see. How do you feel? Hmm, how do you feel about what errands would you say your mother would have you run out to get?
Getting like magical supplies and stuff. I ended up in a tavern though, so I probably was at the tavern getting the stuff we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
in the message. Wasn't supposed to be there, but that happened.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd say
but like getting my mother's like training me in sorcery, so like I had magical items and stuff like that that you would be using, almost like grocery shopping for them, I would think.
I would say that I would say that your mother, having heard about this, that they're asking that that you had to like see one of the shops to get at least a couple things. So you're not returning home just yet. There's like a couple things you still have to get, and you can get them.
Hmm.
The shops are still open.
Okay, so I'm still shopping. Cool
Yes.
beans. I don't know. Kriv might have some ideas as well too.
Well, let's see what your characters are getting up to. Like, talk to each other. Let's help tea.
Hmm.
So I would say, like, if we're going into the festival and walking around, Griff would probably like to have a drink. Nothing that will be too strong, but something to just relax him, so he can just like blend in and look like a commoner.
Hmm. Uh, so it's like Kriv, um, I appreciate. Thank you for meeting up with me again today. I do have some things that I need to buy at the marketplace. So I will be walking around. If you would like to accompany me, you're welcome to. But
Sure.
Okay.
it seems like we are going to be a little bit more acquainted than I thought we were originally. Um,
It looks like.
oh, because can we pause for 1 second? Because I just have a question.
Mhm.
The book that we looked at, what did that information like overall? Does that tell us about like? I'm assuming that we're gonna have to like go somewhere or do something. But what did the book tell us that we were gonna need to do?
So I'd say because that is something. It did open a new page. I'd say that you get the information. There was no role needed. Um, I'd say you
Wasn't it like Pomodoro or something?
yes, and
Yeah.
Okay.
you would know that Pomodoro, um, that's the name of that's the family name of the greatest wizard to live in a kingdom in another province, but in the same continent, and within the same
Okay.
country. So
Okay.
it's really not that far. You would have to like travel to get more information about Pomodoro, but what it said in the pages is that Pomodoro is like a long family line of like magic in its magic in its purest form. So this is a very powerful family.
Okay. And like Nigel, like where were you staying in the city or were you going somewhere?
Kriv, he lives in the city, and he just if he needs to travel out for a job, he'll travel. But he's like trying to slowly go away from his master Thune, but it's harder because
Mhm.
his master like gives him all the jobs, and he's trying to become like independent.
Mhm. I'm just thinking cuz like Zarin, while she likes Kriv in the sense of like they get a like has like a measure of respect for him, she's a loner, so she's not gonna just be like inviting him along to go places
Mhm.
without. So I'm trying to think of how like to stick together.
Well, keep in mind it's okay. It is okay to split the party. We could do separate scenes with you too. Um, I would say like if you want to go get the things that you want on your own, and then Criff can go have his drink, we could do that, and we could role play that out.
Okay, that will work.
Okay.
All right, I think I will start with I think I will start with you, Zarin, and just to make sure you get the stuff that you need and get that out the way. Um, so I do have it up actually. Let me look at it real quick. And then I'm gonna have to roll something.
Okay.
Okay, roll me a let's see. Roll me a D4. And let me know what the number is.
3.
3. Okay. So you're back in the center. You're back in the main center of the city, where the huge not mosaic stained glass like floor mural like
That's
it's
a mosaic.
yeah, like it's embedded inside of the concrete, and it's glowing the colors of the queen, her colors. Um, and you see a bunch of like a lot of the stalls are like concentrated here. There's stalls all over the city. Different parts of the in different neighborhoods are like doing like their own different thing, but like in the main city, a lot of people come here to make their money. If it's like a festival or something like that, so you're here and you see a little apothecary. This like section is like have a few apothecaries selling like really like limited edition stuff. Um, you see like some magical items being on display at other stalls in the same area. You're walking in an area that's leading towards. Uh, you're still near the observatory, but like you've basically crossed into another archway of the city. So like you crossed a wall to get to this section. So
Okay.
there's in the area that you're in right now. I'd say it's like 30 by 30 in feet. So like you have that whole section. There's like 6 stalls next to you.
Okay. So I need to pick up hog's blood, um toad dandruff, and uh penguin tears.
Hold up. Wait. Did you say toad dandruff or toe dandruff? Because I can't tell.
Toad. Like frogs, like toads.
Okay. Also, how do they have dandruff?
That's the point.
All my toes use Head and Shoulders. They don't have dandruff.
Oh God. Okay. So yes, you I'd say you wrote up. There's a few stall members trying to get your attention because it's a celebration. People are down dancing and stuff like that, and they want buyers. So they're trying to they waving you down. The apothecary, older like frail woman in like a nice turban. She's like doing this, trying to get you over here. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Granny. Okay, Granny. Um.
I don't
So
know.
yeah, I would. Okay, so I would walk over. Zarin walks over to the lady because I'm assuming there's a lady. Will she be able to have the items that I need to get?
Her stall looks decorated, but like
Okay, I can add.
you feel like
Sorry, I'm
you
sorry. This is role play. So I just walk up to her. Hello. I'm looking to buy some hog's blood, toad dandruff, and penguin tears. Do you sell that here?
and she looks at you. And then like she places her hands on your face. I see so much turmoil in you. Wait.
The only turmoil is the prices of the market currently. Everyone is jacking up their prices because it's a festival. You would think people would be going on sales.
Wait, hold on. And she unwraps her turban, and underneath her turban, you're like shocked because she has like she has like something like it's like a protrusion. It's not even hair. She's bald, but it's like a protrusion. It's like a second head with like two beady eyes, just moving around, looking in all different directions. And she's like, I have to reach your future. And she places a hand on your forehead. Roll me a wisdom saving check.
Is the second head a penguin, and is it going to cry?
Oh,
Oh my god.
it's just like a vaguely humanoid head looking thing, but it's tiny and shrunken.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Okay. You said roll a what?
A wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
DC 13.
Okay. And then with my it is a 15.
Okay, you beat it. You like felt woozy for a second after she touched your head with her like really witchy, decrepit fingers. But like you are able to maintain, and like your eyes, like anyone who's like near the sun would see your eyes like glaze over to like a very dark gray, cloudy like motion inside of your iris, and you see like images, just flashes of images, and you see like yourself. Like first image you see is like yourself in like uh a torrent of like dead flesh, and like you're trying to walk through it, trudge through it, but you can't. Next image you're seeing is like something falling out of the sky, and it looks huge. Third image you're seeing is someone to people that appear to be your siblings. They look similar in height to your siblings, and they're reaching out for you, crying. And then the last image that you see is someone leaving out of a doorway, looking back, and that presence looks familiar. And when they look back, they're not acknowledging that they see you. They're looking at something else, and then they leave out that door in like something like very robust. You don't know what they were wearing. It was just something very robust. If they leave out that door, and then you come back to, it's like the lady bounces back. But oh my goodness, my child, what have you done? What have you done?
I mean, you touched my forehead. I would ask you what you have done. My head is a dark place, apparently.
You're gonna cause the destruction. You're gonna cause everything. I,
What?
I hope you have protection.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just like looking at you.
Now, can I?
She's like looking at like she's silent now, but she's like looking at you like kind of like what the fuck.
So, is that a no on the hog's blood?
But yes, I do have some. Let me get you some hot spot, I guess. But
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
it just seems like you have a really tethered mind. He's the I'd say all the stuff that you want is like everything all together is like 10 gold.
And how much would my mother have given me?
Hmm?
Like, should I haggle? Should I try to haggle the price?
You can if you want to. You have to make
Okay.
a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Just
My mother gave me 8. I won't. I know I can get good hog's blood. And you said all of the items are available?
mhm.
Okay. I know I can get these items for 7 at the shop across town. So 8 is my final offer. And then I will roll.
Thank you.
Well, now we know how she got the penguin tears. She's a professional gaslighter. What have you done, penguin? You're a terrible person.
It's a 5. Hold on. Let me persuasion. It's an 8 altogether.
No, my child. The total will be 10. I sell high quality goods. No one in this town has better inventory than me.
Okay then.
So
Well then, I'll
it'll be 10
okay. I give
gold.
the 10. And I use the 10 gold, but that's not coming from my inventory, right?
That comes from your gold. So you have
It would, because
well.
I feel like if I went shopping, like my mother would like have given me the money to cover it.
Oh, okay, got you.
It's not like a purchase I'm like making out of like, you know what I mean, like.
Right. And based on what you told me about your mother, that makes sense. Yes. You give her the 10 gold that your mother gave you. But it was the 8. You'll have to spend like 2. You'll have to spend like 2 gold of yourselves off your person. Because she already.
Okay, that's fair.
You said she already gave you 8. She only gave you 8.
Okay. Well, I was just lying to her. I was just lying to her to tell her I had 8. In my mind, like that's what I was thinking. Like maybe you can determine how much. Like, can you do like a roll or like determine like how much she would have originally given me to cover it? Because then if it is less, I'm fine with like paying less if that's. Because basically, like let's say she gave me like 15.
You know what? I say
me like haggling for less, I would have kept the rest for myself and said like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if let's say she gave me 15 gold altogether to pay for it, I'm trying to haggle it down to 8 so that I can keep the rest of the 15.
Got you.
But like,
I'd say she gave you 20, just in case.
She gave me 20 gold. Okay, so I can. Okay, so then I'm paying 10 to her, and I get to keep 10.
Yes.
Okay.
My bad. I'm drinking, thirsty. Yes. So she takes the 10 gold, just like, be careful out there. This is your warning.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely be very careful of women that randomly touch people's heads.
You are a danger, and like she says that as she's pointing at you as you walk away. Yes, you have your item. So if you what does Zarin do next? You're going straight home.
No. I would go meet an apothecary. Because yesterday when I was at the bar, like he never showed up. So I didn't know where he like hangs out at, so I'm gonna go over to like seedier part of the market. And I see like the person that I usually buy my substance from.
So that would be that type of area would be somewhere near the docks, where like people are like selling like very very seedy things, like very like wild shit down there. So that's where that would be because that's where like shit come in, and you like regardless of how successful the city is, people deal in dark things sometimes. That's just what it is.
Hmm.
So so you know those type of people will be down in the docks, but we'll get to you in just a second. We're gonna
Okay.
switch
Sounds
over
good.
to Kriv. Kriv, where are you at during the festival?
Crib would probably be getting a drink, maybe having some food, like just trying to like relax for once.
You see, you see. Let me roll me a d4.
Okay. One.
Hmm?
I got a 1.
A one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd say you and Zarin had separated, but y'all still in that same general area. You just walked into like the same as Zarin. You walked into the same like portion of a festival in the city, which is like in the main area. The tavern's actually in this section, the biggest tavern in the city. There's multiple taverns, but like this is the bigger one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and next to those taverns, there's like people with food stalls because the tavern doesn't really mind people posting up shop on the grounds. It just makes them more profitable. Um, because people come for drinks. People don't really sell drinks at their stalls.
Mm-hmm.
So there's food there if you want to try. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 10 stalls with different types of food.
Okay. He'd probably go to the bar first, and he would probably say to the bartender, "Give me something I can feel."
Something you can feel, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 second. I don't know how to do that accent. I don't know what type of accent that was. I'll figure it out.
It's a bartender's accent.
Oh, here you go. She hands you like this tankard full of like purple liquid. Um, there's a bit of petals in it. Um, she's not telling you what it is. She's like, "This is you can feel something with this, yeah," and sets it there for you.
Can I discern any of what's in here?
You're not a native. Well, you live with Thule, but like you're not necessarily a native per se, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to discern it off first glance. You can do medicine about it, or
Okay.
yeah, you can do medicine about it.
Ooh, that is a nat.
Ooh.
So I don't know anything. All I know is
Well, I don't know how the DM's running it, but normally core mechanics you don't fail auto
Oh,
fail on a
skills,
one
right? You
on
don't.
skill check.
That's true. You don't.
So whatever you got, remember the bare minimum DC is like 5. So if you got that, you should be able to get something out of it. But
Well, what's your
yeah,
total? What's your total?
you said medicine?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 2 total.
Okay,
Nice.
I just rolled something. So you take you don't know, you can't discern what it is. It has a very nauseous smell to it, but like it doesn't smell stinky or bad. It just smells very pungent.
This is that. This is your world's version of like Everclear.
Kind of.
Kriv would just look at it, sniff, like make it like this, and then be like, "Okay," and then drink some of it.
Its taste is like reminiscent of like very like a very like you would be tasting a very strong lavender smell. That's what it tastes like.
Okay.
And it's there's a tinge of bitterness there because it's made with the local flora of the city. This particular flower is steeped inside of the excuse me, inside of this liqueur, if you will, and
Mhm.
it's very floral and earthy, but also very bitter tasting. But like a couple sips of this, you won't be feeling much.
Okay. So with that first sip,
like your chest burn a little bit. Like ooh,
okay. So after the first sip, he'd probably be like, "It's time for some food," and he would probably go get some food from a vendor, something that's really hearty.
alrighty then. As you get up, um, you stop a little bit and you hit something.
Hmm.
Roll me a dex save.
Okay.
Or like no, roll me acrobatics. I'll say that. Roll me acrobatics.
Okay. Okay. 6 total.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Mhm.
you bumped into someone. You spilled their drink completely on them. Mind you, this is a very crowded festivities going on, so there's just people around. So it makes sense that you might have actually bumped into someone. Uh, yeah, Mongo, let us know who he bumped into.
I saw that coming. Um, so the person you bumped into is about 6'4", average build for about 6'4". Is wearing a black, from what you can see, because you're. Did he bump into me from behind, or did he bump into me as I'm like walking in his direction?
I would say he bumped into you walking in your direction, so you would be facing him.
So he's wearing a really nice outfit, very flowy robe kind of outfit. It's black with red and gold red trim with gold inlay.
Hmm.
Mhm.
He has kind of like an armor robe over top of that. Um, when you spill the alcohol on him, the first thing you notice is that alcohol smell kind of goes away as you see the clothing just kind of like ripple a little bit, and then the alcohol seems to be gone. You don't smell it at all anymore.
Okay.
When you look, how tall is your character?
5'9".
When you look up, you realize that this person looks like they are made of bronze, like a living statue, with eyes that are like white lightning,
Okay.
literally. And has horn ridges along his forehead going outward at an angle. Has black hair, and is holding a large tankard of something in each hand. And as you bump into him, whoa! Hold on. And then pours into your mug out of his mug. There you go, buddy. How you do? Shots! And he just starts drinking.
Oh god. Now, what is your character's name? Just for my
behind him, there is like almost a conga line of people dancing, because as you bumped into him, you realized he was kind of in motion, like he was dancing. His name is Brock Brimstone.
And how you spell that?
Brock. His last name Brimstone. Brimstone. And it's almost like he's trying to like wrap his arm around you and get you involved in the dance line as he starts walking.
Uncharacteristically, Kriv would probably join for the sole fact that, like, while he's not on a job, he doesn't want to bring too much attention to himself, and that would be the most plausible thing. Which is like, oh, he was like, yeah, shots, and then start dancing a conga line too.
He also is probably one of the most gorgeous people you have ever seen.
Okay.
Okay. That's hilarious. Give me performance checks, please.
All of us?
Performance, yes.
It's the one charisma-based skill I don't have proficiency in. I got a total of 9.
Okay, hold on.
Let's see how Kriv does.
Because that's the fourth one that I've rolled. Hold on.
No.
Fourth one. Like, you know what's going on with it?
Okay, now I think when you do it capital, it gives you like a 1. I've been doing it capital the last 4 times.
Yeah, I think that's what we realized.
Okay. So performance.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 plus 5 is 9.
That'd be a 15 for me.
Okay, so like, Brock, you've been drinking a bit, so like you've kind of stumbled. Like,
probably done some drugs. He's very drunk, but he's also probably done some drugs too.
Yeah, so you having a time right now. So like you kind of got 2 left feet going, but like Kriv is so inspired by your tenaciousness that he kind of takes the lead in the conga line, and like he's in front, and like with that 15, you're like getting into his groove that he's setting for the line.
Awesome. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, lead the conga line, buddy. Woo! More drink, and he just starts drinking some more.
Honestly, I was not prepared for this. So y'all going about town through the different sections, leading through. It's a long ass conga line. Y'all going through like different sections of neighborhoods, different alleyways.
And I'm trying to get more people to join.
Oh
God! If you want me to roll persuasion, I'll do that. I'm trying to get more people to join.
I would say before y'all leave this section, y'all do go like towards the upper middle part where the cemetery starts. But before you leave that leave to go into the cemetery area, the city-wide cemetery, you do walk past like the kingdom of where the king and queen stay. Like, it's a very large. It's not like built like a castle, but it is built like a very large estate, a very large classic Tudor style estate. And
question.
Yes.
Is the royal family outside? Can they see the shenanigans?
You notice I think everyone notices because it's just a crowd. This is a celebration for the queen, and the queen is on the queen is on her balcony with her king King Keth. Uh, they're out there, and she's like rubbing her belly, and like she's like, let me show y'all what she looks like. I know I posted a picture in here somewhere.
Hmm.
Copy image. And I will put it in the NPC works in the Brainora sessions. Take a quick look at that. This is what she looks like, and this is what she's dressed in.
Okay. Like the hair.
I drew that. And she is very beautiful. She's a race of people that I made. She's you get she has the appearance of like a glimmer folk, and y'all characters would know like glimmer folk are like really beautiful like people, like really gorgeous people, like just beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. But they look kind of animalistic in some features. So they have a tail, and they have like really long nails that like look like they can hurt if they like were to scratch you. Um, but overall, they're considered beautiful within the realms. And she's just like watching, like her hands overclasped over her husband's hands, and she's just smiling and waving to everyone off the balcony. Uh,
So I'd like to roll persuasion to get the royal family to join the conga line.
oh, what do you say? What do you say?
Your Majesties, come join the celebration of you.
You see her whispering to her husband, and her husband is just like whispering back. You can't discern what they're saying or like what their facial expressions are. Go ahead, give me that roll.
14 plus 8, 22.
Oh my god, yeah, that does it.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? That's high as shit. Mind you, I'm gonna let you know I set the DC to 20, but you. Okay. So you see the queen like tugging on her husband's cape, like, and you know she's kind of like trying to get him to not like. I'm gonna just give you this. Like, she looks like she doesn't want to join, but like she's happy that people are excited. But her husband is like trying to lead her, but she's like tugging, like, no, babe, like I don't want to, like, but he convinces her. The king convinces her, and like, she has he has her hand in his, and they walk out, and it only takes a few minutes. Now the guards, they side eyed you so hard. All of the guards are just like, they're like, they they don't know whether to like be on guard and like point the weapons at you or not, so that they're kind of like at this half stance. But then when the king and queen come out, um, the queen like does a hand gesture and tells them to like lower their weapons, and they walk outside. And the king is a human, but she's Glimmerfolk. They walk outside. They join you guys. Um, Fuck it. She steps into the front and like and speaks with you, and she says, "I'm so happy." And like she's speaking to the crowd in general. I'm so happy everyone's it's in good spirits and celebrating my my announcement. Um, this is so unusual for me to take part in my citizens. I believe that is for you all to enjoy yourselves. And then her husband comes in, but this is cause for celebration, and my beautiful wife has been pregnant. We've been trying, but like she has been pregnant in such a long time, and this is such great monumentous news for us to actually have an heir within the kingdom. And she blushes and she smiles a bit. And her husband like waves to you, like extends his arm out to you, and she looks at him, and he nods. She uh she she allows the queen allows Brock to put his hands on her shoulders, and she'll lead the line. And then her husband's just gonna be on the standby, just dancing. But she just came down to like escort the queen to to have some merriment herself, essentially.
And Brock takes a big swig of his other tankard. We're gonna wake the dead tonight! Congratulations to the king and queen! Woo! And dancing.
Oh God. Bro, no, you know what? No. Y'all and then y'all go about y'all do that for a few hours.
Can
I
I?
Yes, what's that?
I was just gonna say. So Zarin was going to like go elsewhere, but she's still in the market, so she sees this like conga line happening, and I'm observing this happen. Is it possible that I could do something?
Go ahead. Let me know what you're trying to do.
Let me look at my spell list. Hold on.
Oh, a spell.
Oh no.
I'm scared.
This might turn into a.
Also, Kriv being right next to him smells the faint smell of ozone.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. The order is you, Kriv, the queen. Yeah, so it's you, Kriv, and the queen is in the front.
Okay.
Let me know what you're doing, Gora.
Hmm.
I'm scared. I'm terrified.
I'm thinking. Hmm.
You're scared. I'm behind this wall.
Oh, I know what I can do. I want to cast Major Image. I want to cast a major image and make it look like someone trying to assassinate the queen.
Why would you do this to me?
What the fuck? Uh, what is the effect of this spell? Because I need to know what I need to be rolling.
Major image. Basically, hold on.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, hun. I hope you make whatever. I hope people. Oh God, I don't know what's going to happen.
I got the spell pulled up if you want me to read it out loud.
Yes, please.
Okay, awesome. Because I was pulling up on my end. But...
You create an image of an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 20-foot cube. The image appears at a spot you can see within range and lasts for the duration. The duration is concentration up to 10 minutes, and the range is 120 feet. It seems completely real, including sound, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted. You can't create sufficient heat or cold to cause damage. A sound loud enough to deal thunder damage or deafen a creature, or smell that might sicken a creature, like troglodyte stench. So you can't do damage necessarily.
I'm not trying to.
No, I understand. It's more for the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
As long as you are within range of the illusion, you can use your action to cause the image to move to any other spot within range. As the image changes location, you can alter its appearance so that its movements appear natural for the image. For example, if you create an image of a creature and move it, you can alter the image so that it appears to be walking. Similarly, you can cause the illusion to make different sounds at different times even making it carry on a conversation, for example. Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it. A creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. If a creature discerns the illusion for what it is, the creature can see through the image, and its other sensory qualities become faint to the creature.
Oh,
So, okay. So in the meantime, while this is all happening, I've kind of like once like I've been like watching the like thing happen, but as soon as the queen like joined, I kind of started to like make my way like closer towards them. There's there's balconies and stuff, right?
yes.
So I cast major image up to the balcony as like a archer like pointing their bow down towards the queen. Um
Oh,
so I
okay.
okay, so then I'm like, Your Highness, look out! And so I kind of like come up and like jump in the way, and then take my crossbow and fire a bolt, um, up at the image that I've created, and then like make it look like I killed
Got you.
the person.
Okay, so so I need you to roll. Okay, so there's multiple things that are happening. The guards look and see there is an image there, and being trained, no one's supposed to be like in the king and queen's quarters because that balcony leads to their quarters. So like immediately, like some of the guards that have crossbows, they point as well and shoot. Um, Everyone is like mouth agape, gasping and stuff like that, looking around and like in this conga line, people are like dispersing to like get in front of the queen as well as you because they treasure this queen like very much so. Um, the queen is like, what? Huh? Now, while everyone's in a panic, I need everyone who's in the conga line. That's player character. Anyone in the conga line to give me a perception check.
I'm not in the conga, so I don't do one, right? Or do I need to do one as well?
Roll one anyways.
Okay.
This is where I really shine. I rolled a 9 minus 1, so 8.
Oh God.
You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
Unnatural 20.
A natural 20?
Unnatural.
Unnatural.
Modified
Perception. I got a 19.
Okay, so Zarin and Kriv. As Zarin, Kriv, you don't know that this is happening. You're not even witnessing, like, you witness something else that's going on as, like, Zarin, you also notice this as you're doing a thing. So, like, this is a lot. But, you notice, like, 4 or 5 men in, like, masks. Like, not they're like it seems like they're in like a conjured type of mask, and they're carrying about like 2 or 3 women out the archway into another part, and then you see like a mist trail off, and amidst this panic.
Did you interrupt a kidnapping in progress by accident?
It looks like you did.
Oh, fantastic. That's amazing.
Like I had something already planned, and I'm just like, fuck it, let's.
Wow.
That may or may not come up later. We'll see. It depends on what y'all do. So yes, y'all notice that, but also everyone's panicking because of something Zara did. But Crip, you don't know that.
Yeah, I think that
It,
You mean Brock?
oh, Brock didn't see anything. Honestly, Brock is still
Mm-hmm.
like like Brock is confused why everyone's panicking in the first place.
Wait, so Criv didn't see it either, but I'm the only person that saw it.
Chris saw it. They had
Okay, Criv, yeah,
they
okay.
had a dirty
Mm-hmm.
20.
No. I don't even know what people are panicking about. I think people are
Mm-hmm.
still
You're
celebrating.
wasted at this point.
I rolled an 8. I don't know
You
nothing.
were just like,
I'm still
yo,
partying.
like this party's pumping.
Yeah. I look like the one asshole no one wants to hang out with now because it's a real situation, and I look like I'm partying on.
You get the Crip and Zarin. You get the impression no one else saw those men. They're just all
Mm-hmm.
looking at like the illusion you created.
And we kind of like lock eyes with each other just because we're like, just because like we have like we're usually on the same page, so we just kind of like looked at each other and was like, that was okay, that was something. And then I would. So wait, have I shot the illusion yet,
You shot the
or
illusion.
did?
The illusion.
Okay, I shot the illusion, and
Uh,
so the illusion like falls back, and then people are still panicking and still in the uproar. So
mhm.
I would step over to Craven and be like, Did you see that?
The
Did you
king,
notice that?
as you're talking, the king runs in with his guards and and his knights and everything into the castle, and the queen is like following right behind. They enter back into the castle.
Okay. So I don't get to speak to the queen at all.
You have a small chance to do so. You have a very small window to do so.
Okay. So that was that's what I want. I want a favor from the queen.
You better in character. You better say something now. Door about to close.
Oh, Your Highness,
You
and
shady person.
maybe she dropped. Did she drop anything when this happened?
Uh, I'd say she was holding like a set of like beads. They resemble rosaries, but they're not necessarily rosaries, but they are beaded things. She did
Mm-hmm.
drop that when
Mm-hmm.
you jumped in front of her because she didn't
Mm-hmm.
expect.
So I'd be like, Your Highness, and I hand it back to her.
Oh, thank you so much.
And would she recognize? Would she recognize me as the person that just saved her life?
Uh, sure, yes, yes.
Okay, so I should be like, Your Highness, and then what'd she say?
She's like, oh, thank you so much. I have to hurry back into my home. Someone just tried to attack me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was the person who saved you.
Thank you for just standing in front of me. I appreciate it so much, but I really do have to like go. Like you really have to like say whatever you gotta say because she about to like close the doors on you. Like her life was just put it.
No, so like I feel like it's weird. Like, would she offer a favor? Because I feel like as like royalty, like if somebody saved your life, you're gonna be like, oh yeah,
This is something you want. You have to initiate it because she worried about her life.
okay. Gotcha. That is a good point. That is fair. Maybe speak again at some point.
Sure, yes. How did you? She probably has questions on like how you knew that something was going to go off. So I will speak with you tomorrow. I will invite you to the castle tomorrow, but I have to get inside.
Okay, thank you.
And she goes inside and closes the very large Tudor style doors. And that's horrible.
That's some shady bullshit ruining my
All that to
Congo.
get a favor.
That's horrible. Well, you see Crib, and you see people just like staying around a crowd asking like, "What's going on?" Like people are talking amongst themselves like, "What's going on?" I'd say, Brock, you are now realizing that something may have happened and you've missed it.
His response is, "What? Why are we just standing around? Let's get this party started."
A couple of like the drunk people that like are already fucked up are still like they're worried, but like they kind of just like okay.
Dilly.
Yeah, but everyone else, there's this like little girl like coming up to you. This little girl's like, "You idiot! The queen was almost assassinated. What do you think about drinking?" She has big round glasses.
Whoa. I didn't know they made people that small.
I'm a child.
Oh, that's. Do you want some alcohol? No way, you're a child. You can't have any. Go away. Go away.
And then she runs. She wants to go. She runs to her mom.
Go away. You're harshing my. What is that called again? Mellow. That's the one. You're harshing my mellow.
Hey,
As he
you're still.
slowly takes a drink, kind of looking around like, I'm not an idiot. You're an idiot.
You see the girl get picked up by her mom, and like she turns around to you and just does this.
Dude, I'm gonna look at her confused. Do fingers come out of your eyes? I don't understand what you're doing.
Okay, and you are standing next to Crib. You didn't move too much, and Crib. I don't think you took any steps, so like y'all right next to each other still. The conga line is just dispersed.
I think Kriv, like, he's gonna start moving in the direction of the kidnapping because that seemed off, and he was like, I didn't think there were any jobs going on in the city at this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll perception to see if I notice that he's starting to move away from me. Oh, 19 minus 1, 18. Bestie, where are you going? And I will stumble after him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm just coming up next to her. I'm like, did you see that?
Like, yes.
Who was?
How can I do this? So you're going that way. You're all heading that way. This is toward. Oh, I wish I could bring up the map right real quick, but I can't. That's okay. I'm gonna just guesstimate where you are. You're going back towards towards the docks. And like the entryway of the docks. There's two ways to get to the docks. There's like two exits. You're going towards the other way because you were right by the cemetery center. I mean, y'all were right by like the entrance to the cemetery area, the large cemetery. Um, if y'all walked to y'all left and kept walking, y'all would have made it eventually to the entrance of the dock, the stairs leading to the docks. Um, I'd say you don't see anyone yet. You do on your way. You do find a few like impressions of footprints in the grass. So you feel like you could be heading the right way. A little further, you find a piece of like torn cloth.
Is this like a everyday cloth, or is this like high end?
This is very much everyday cloth. Like it's very ragged.
Okay.
But yes, y'all are making y'all way there, and y'all get to the entrance of the docks. But like as far as y'all walked or like jogged or run, you didn't find anything.
You said I don't find anything?
Like you don't find any person. You're just at the docks now, but you have a feeling that what you saw was heading this way.
Ray would like start looking around for things, like anything that seemed out of place. So would that be? Could I make an investigation check?
Yes. Anyone who wants to roll investigation can. Yes. There's also people on the dock working. Workers on the dock, just bringing goods to the wall because they're along the side of the dock itself. There's the city walls, and there's like a large opening where they could take like items to like from like shipments. And there's people working. There's multiple boats there. Some big, some huge, some small, some sailboats even.
I'm gonna do an investigation check, but not for anything they're doing it for. Because one of my tankards is empty, I'm going to look for an unattended bottle of alcohol that might be lying around.
Go for it.
I got an 11.
Got an 18.
I got a 6 minus 1 is 5.
Okay, you found a tankard, but it's full of something yellow.
Ooh.
I will smell it. I've been fooled before.
It smells like straight piss.
Oh, that's why would you do that to a tankard? Terrible.
Hey, these workers, they don't have time to like. They have very like rigid schedules, but like they enjoy their job. However,
Do,
that also relies on them having to pee in like unusual places.
do they work for Amazon? It sounds like they work for Amazon.
Their their conditions are not bad. In fact, you see some houses on the dock itself, some really like nice little cabiny type of houses. Um, however, the people in the docks are uncouth. If they come from they come from very distant lands. Um, yeah, so that's what you find. Zarian, you don't see much. I say with 11. Yeah, you see no traces of anything. Kriv, you said you had an 18.
Yes.
You see you see like a group of workers like kind of just like scratching their hair, kind of confused. Um, a lot of them are just like shrugging, like I don't know. You see like just like 4 or 5 people like just huddle around talking and kind of confused.
I'm
You,
gonna.
you have a feeling you should probably start there.
Okay. Then Crib is probably gonna go walk over there and be like, "Is there a problem?"
Huh? Well, there's a bigger half orc standing there, and he's just kind of like, oh, nothing's the matter. I just if something weird just happened, a bunch of guys just kind of like took a sailboat. It it like they're kind of confused. Like if they needed a boat, we could have gave them one. Like it's okay, but like they just kind of took it. It as they say that, you look over towards the sea. Um, then the sea is like very dark blue, greenish color. Um, you see a sailboat hauling ass, and it's kind of far away. You feel like they kind of like moved with the current as y'all was like coming up to the dock, so they had time to get away. But you see 4 figures in that boat, and a couple like figures laying down in the boat itself.
How far away?
You know what? Let me pull up the map real quick. Let me pull up the map. Just the city map is larger than a battle map.
Is it within 120 feet of us?
No,
Okay.
it's not. The waters are very active today. Like mind you, it's dark out, but it's still like 6:30. You get the impression it's going to rain later.
Okay.
But you do see them. Now, if you want to do swimming about it, I don't know what to tell you, but you can try.
Because I do have those fancy boots that
You do have those fancy boots.
allow me to breathe air and water, and I have a 40-foot swim speed.
I'm going to do something incredibly silly. Brock is going to walk up to the edge of the dock. Hey, you can't just take stuff. Come back. You got to pay for that. Persuasion.
Ooh, oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, do.
Can they hear you?
I know what I understand what he's trying to do. Yeah, do a persuasion for me.
This son of a bitch die. Went from a 17 to a 10. Damn you. 18 total.
The guys that Griff was talking to, they look around like, oh, Oh, they were stealing something. What did they steal?
I thought they stole the boat. Did they just take a boat? They didn't pay for that.
I mean, yeah, but like boats are kind of like that. That was a small boat. Like we can make another one.
Oh, wait, you're not after them because they stole a boat.
No.
Looking at Kriv.
Oh,
Crew is gonna be like, I'm after them because I thought I saw them steal a person.
Oh yeah, they stole people. That's worse.
oh
He
wait.
just loudly says, "Yeah, they stole people."
Well, you did see that they wait. They stole people. Oh,
He said,
is that what those big bags were? Those big burlap bags were?
"Wait, you can fit people in bags now? They make bags that big?"
Normal sized people,
Crew was
yes.
starting to get angry. He was like, is there any identifying marks on these people?
They just have very weird masks, like very odd masks. It
What
looked
did the mask look like?
That
Um,
seems identical.
one of the smaller people. He's like 4'7". Um, he's like it looked like you could tell this person's like magically adept. It looked arcane in nature. But I couldn't tell like what kind of work of magic that was concealing them. And they're obviously like talking amongst themselves. With that successful 18, they're kind of moving at a pace where like maybe we should send out like a search party. Like they're talking about maybe possibly sending out a search party after them because they know where they're going and they're still within view. Um, it's just like when you
How
get
far are they exactly?
they're more than 120 feet. They're more than 120 feet.
Okay.
I'd say they're like 300 feet out.
Okay. I don't know if any of my spells work that far away.
Damn, I didn't take that Eldritch Invocation.
Wait! Hold on.
What's up?
As a sorcerer, wait a second. Da, da, da. I can modify my spells, can I?
Yeah, well,
Did you take the meta magic that doubles the range of spells?
I believe she did.
Wait, I have to take it? I thought it was just something I get at a certain level.
I thought you just got into it. Like he's
yeah,
gonna take it.
you have to choose them.
I think it's like you choose what you want to do at the time. I think like meta magic is like from what I understood, it seemed like meta magic was something that was just built into the thing at a certain level, and we're at level 5, so I thought I had access to it at this point.
Here says third level, you can gain 2 of the following meta magic feat options of your choice. You gain another at 10, and then you gain another at 17th level.
So medic magic would be the category you'd be choosing from.
Okay, I never picked anything from that then, I guess. Da, da, da. You know what? We're gonna go with distance spell then.
Ooh, I like. Let me see what you're cooking up, girl. Let me know.
Another good one is subtle spell.
That one too. I love subtle spell.
Great.
Yeah, because there's no subtle spell. There's no way to like hide when you're doing magic usually because it has a somatic component. So there's no stealthy way to be like bibbity bobbity boo kind of shit.
Right.
Subtle spell, you literally just get to sit there and whatever effect you're looking to make happen happens. Nobody knows.
So wait, so are you saying that with meta magic?
Because they get she gets
Okay.
She gets points.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And she's
okay.
Change the spell, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
so I believe level 5 she has 5 sorcery points. So I believe 1 per level once you hit a certain level when you get them. She has 2 meta magics to choose from at this level. And then at level 10 and level 17 she gets to choose another one. So she chooses 2 now, and then she can spend sorcery points to use those
2.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. So you can choose 2 now, and you have 5 points to
I get sorcery points back when I rest, right?
I believe.
Yes. Sorcerers. So sorcerers have a couple of options there, right? So they have what's called Font of Magic, where their sorcery points get used for multiple things. You can use it for your meta magic. You can spend sorcery points to get back spell slots, and there's a chart for that, the player's handbook, for how many sorcery points cost for what level spell slot. And you can spend spell slots to get back sorcery points immediately. And there's a chart for that on how many spell slot, what spell slot gives you how many points. And if you don't use any of those options, your sorcery points come back after a long rest.
That is correct.
So, I think I'm gonna go with subtle spell and extended range spell.
Those are good. Also, the next time you have access to a feat, if the DM allows it, out of the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, there is a feat called Meta Magic Adept, which allows you to pick 2 meta magics from the Sorcerer's meta magic list and gives you 2 sorcery points that can only be spent on meta magic.
Good.
So it's really good for sorcerers, like really good.
So we'll say that you already said that you want to take those. We'll say you take those, and then you have 5 sorcery points to spend. We'll after the session we'll make sure that's in your character sheet.
Okay, let me just write that. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do an extended spell.
Okay.
Are they more than? You said they're 300 feet out. Shit, that still might not help me.
I can say. I'll put it this way: you're accessing a form of powerful magic. I'd say if you want to even go past those limits, you
How about this?
I'll say you expend a spell slot. I'll let you expend a spell slot too.
Well, I was gonna say, like, how about can I use 2 sorcery points instead of the one it usually would take, and like double again?
Well, I don't know how the DM will run it, but by the book, you can only use 1 meta magic per spell.
That's what I'm thinking. So that's I'll allow you to hit them if you expend a spell slot, and I'll let if you expend a spell slot and you roll with advantage. We'll see how it goes. How about that?
Okay. Let's see which spell. Hold on, I need to make sure I'm looking at the correct spell for.
Oh, my husband's in here. Hey, husband. I let you.
Aww. Hello. Okay. I'm sorry if y'all need to do anything in the meantime. I need to figure out what spell I had up. I just closed it out because I didn't think it was going to work.
No problem. I would say as you're doing this with that 18 Mongol, you do get like the dock workers and kind of like emotion, like because people stealing people in this city is unheard of. The city is so successful, and there's like there's virtually no crime. So like this is kind of unheard of, and like this city has a lot of like guild members that like take offense to like egregious acts like that. So the people working at the docks. They're kind of like getting a group together, like yeah, you're hearing them say like yeah, sure, like we probably should send out a party to like go get them, and yeah, they're getting some of their men together to take off in one of the sailboats that are still at the dock. So they're going to go out as well and try to catch these people.
Nice.
Ooh.
Griff, is there anything you want to do?
Kriv is.
You
You
still
said there.
have boots. It's just a matter of catching up with them.
I don't know if he will. You said it's. I don't know if he would want to risk that.
Fair.
He can. Of course, he can breathe in air and underwater, but it's just like the amount of effort that it would take to get out there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like you wouldn't be impeded by a difficult terrain or anything like that because of the nature of it, but like it'd still be a feat to kind of like get to them.
Catch the boat and then to fight whatever is on that boat, and who knows how strong it is.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes. Okay. Okay. So I figured out a spell that I can use. Let me. Okay, so what do I need to do to check and see if it will let me hit the long distance?
Since you expended a spell slot for me, I'm letting you roll with advantage to see how well it goes. So roll Arcana for me. I'm gonna say hit because you expended that spell slot for me. I'm gonna say that you hit them. But we're gonna see how well you hit them with that whatever spell you're cooking up right now.
Okay.
Ooh, hold up. I actually.
So it would be a 2d20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's an. It's an 11. I cast Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness, and what does that do?
Basically, like I get control of the person. So I cast it on the person that's driving the boat.
Okay, there's two people. It's like one of those sailboats. So you have like there's two people on one end, on either end, helping row the boat. But there's like
Okay.
So like you hit one of them essentially. Well, is there a range
Okay.
on
So
that? Is there a range on that?
it's 120 feet, but if I do the extend spell, it would be 240.
And I already said that it will hit once you gave up that spell slot, so it does hit.
It says that one humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration.
Let's roll that.
So I need to roll a Wisdom throw. Is that correct?
Well, I do. I think.
Yeah,
one of
when
my
you're
favorite
casting a spell, the person you're casting the spell on is the one that has to save
They
against
fail.
it.
They fail. They absolutely fail.
Good.
So yes, you do have control of them.
Charmed.
Misuse it. But you get the impression it's not going to last long. I'm foregoing.
Yeah.
I'm foregoing the duration of that spell. It's going to only last like a few.
Question.
Okay. So
does that spell have a? I'm assuming it has a duration of an hour.
it has. No, it has 1 minute.
1 minute. Ooh.
It's a concentration up to 1 minute. So I can get like 30 seconds, but I can try to do something in 30 seconds.
Question.
Yes.
Within the next couple of rounds of them having control of, because I'm assuming you're going to have them turn the boat around and come towards us, right?
It won't last long enough for me to do that.
I don't think so.
So I'm thinking in my head, I'm just gonna have him take the oar and hit the other person over the head with it.
Mind you, what you saw, there were 4 people carrying those women, so there's 4 people on that boat.
But that will cause confusion. They're not going to be able to recover from that for a bit, because if one of them just randomly attacks the other one, like that's gonna.
And you know what? I'll say he does. He failed the check. And, he does do exactly that. He does hit the other person rowing the boat in the head. And let me roll something. And he's knocked off the boat. He's off the boat. So like that other person that was rowing is like.
Because charm does mean I can give commands to them, right?
Essentially, yes.
As long as it's not something that like is overtly harmful to them, they'll.
Right. Like you can't tell them to jump off a bridge or something like that. They will know instantly.
Okay. Cool.
So
I'll say like I'll be like
Yeah. Describe how that spell looks like exiting you, and you're exerting a lot of power.
Ooh, yeah. So I cast Crown of Madness. So like just out of my like arm comes like swirls of black and purple and silvery like swirls come out of that, and I'm just like Crown of Madness, and like so I cast that, and so it hits him, and I'm just like I'm filling him with rage against basically his partner, just like wild rage. And I like whisper because it's a somatic and a verbal, so like so I just like do the motion, and I'm also saying, and then I say attack, and so he attacks him, he knocks him over. How long is the spell gonna last for?
Well, you said, I thought it was gonna be an hour. I was sure it was gonna be an hour, but like it's only a minute, so it only just lasts.
But you said it wasn't gonna last as long as the minute because of the.
That's okay. I got your back here. He puts his tankard on the ground. All right, you're not allowed to steal people, and that's did he just dive into the what? That's a weird move. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, hold on. His hand reaches out. From his hand is this gray and blue wispy smoke that forms into this oddly amorphous ghost. I cast summon undead, and my command to it is go beat up the ones standing. It's incorporeal, which means it's a ghost. It just floats across the water. So it's I'm sorry, it's flying. So it's going to take its action and its move to fly.
Yeah. Okay.
So it will get to them in about 4 rounds. It'll get to them about 4 rounds.
Okay. So when it comes to like seconds, how does that count when it comes to like in-game time for us?
Each round is 6 seconds.
So like we're not in initiative right now. And
so that means I still have time left with the spell that I cast.
It'll be weird to like it'll be weird to have y'all roll initiative, but like just be waiting because y'all can't. Y'all can't like go out there essentially. So I'd say I'm gonna just make a ruling on this and say that that incorporeal form does go, that ghost essentially does go get them. The people at the docks that were planning on going out, they sent out their men to go get them. So it was, y'all noticed this quick, fast, and in a hurry, despite their distance. So they put some tussle into getting to them. I'd say they got back. It took a moment, but they got back to the docks with the people in tow, roped up. So there's one of them's wet, but you have all 4, and the ladies are taken out of those bags, those very large bags, and they kind of just like they don't want to stay. They were very drunk, people from the festival. So these women, they dip it, they dash, like they leave because it's like there's too many men involved in this. We were just kidnapped, like girl, no. So they just go, no ask questions. They just leave.
Yo, what is our party? We can do stuff like this.
And for the record, the summon spell lasts for an hour.
Got you.
I gotta ghost homie for the next hour.
You do notice that the men they're silent. Do you feel like these men? Yeah, they're just silent right now. They're silent. They're not making any sudden movements. They're not even really like. It does. You don't get the impression that they're even like wary about the company that's around them right now. They're just like stoic. They're just
glare.
They're staring at you guys.
I'm gonna glare at them menacingly and see what happens.
They don't.
Do I need to roll?
Are you intimidated?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, roll intimidation. Let's see.
22. 14 plus 8.
hold on. Let me roll for them. Um, Jesus. Okay, so all of them failed. Um, uh, yeah, so they're intimidated, all right, but you see them eye each other. That's how their intimidation. That's what their intimidation looks like. Like they, after you like menacingly like approach them and stared at them, they try to avert your gaze and they just look at each other.
I will do the angry dad thing and just kind of glare at them while slowly taking a drink from my tankard.
Um, I need y'all to give me. Well, is there anything y'all doing right now since they're here? You have them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast command on one of them.
Another one, I kind of want to like extort for information, and if he doesn't want to talk, start torture.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So let's see what that command get. Like let's see what the command's giving. What do I have to be spell DC?
So it is. So you speak of one word creature. They need to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
You try to cast one on someone. Like you try to cast command on one person, one creature. Um, like his eyes blink for a second underneath the mask. You can see his eyes, like his pupils dilate for a second, but then they go back to normal. You have a feeling that the spell failed.
Okay, but it still expends a slot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They had got it at 20, so they're unaffected. But they're still silent. They're intimidated by Brock, but they're still silent. They're not saying much, and like the workers are at the docks that were going to that set out the search party. They're like yelling at them, trying to get information out of them, but like they're just dead silent. They're not speaking. You do. I will say you do. All of you do get a closer look at the masks. And the mask resembles like something cultish. Like it looks like if anyone's like familiar with like cults, this looks like a cultish type of mask.
Would an investigation check help here? Like, would that give me more information, or would I need to do something else? Would it be like an Arcana check?
You didn't go home yet, so you still have your history book on you, right?
I do. I also can do a history check if necessary as well.
Do a history check. Anyone who wants to do history, do a history check.
I'm gonna like lean and then just kind of towards one of them and just kind of like slowly poke at the mask. Kind of like boop the mask.
Oh god! Like one of them, they squint their eyes at your finger. Like you know how like someone puts a finger towards your face and their eyes kind of cross. Like he does that, and then obviously he's tied up, so he can't really do nothing about it. You just see his fingers clench.
Hey, don't get uppity with me there, buddy. Otherwise, Screaming Mimi over here has got something to say. Pointing back at the ghost that's just kind of hovering there.
I have a 13.
Is the mask a solid object, and does it move when I poke at it? Like, as if it's in place by like a strap or something else, or is it just kind of there?
It's kind of just there. You felt like a force push back on your finger as you touched it, but you get the sense that it's like incorporeal, like your ghost. But like it barely like not disforms, but like hides the face of the person wearing it. Like you cannot see discernible features at all. It's kind of translucent, but also cloudy. There's like swirls of clouds like going in it, like in its like form.
Oh my god! I actually have.
Question.
I will roll for history because I actually have that proficiency. I didn't think I did.
So what was that, hon? What did you get?
I got a 13.
I got a
13.
12.
So
I'm
I was going to ask, with the history books that I have, because I originally was thinking like it was going to be this thing where it's just like, oh yeah, if I ever need a history question, like I just automatically will know like answers. But
you can still
should it?
when you use that item, you would still roll for us to see what you get from out of that history book. Because you have the history book, I'm going to say that you can roll history checks with advantage.
Okay, cool.
I'd like to do an Arcana roll to see if I might have, in a drunken or high, heard or seen anything like this in the past.
Sure.
In random wandering.
Sure.
With a 6.
Okay, so what's the first roll that you did was a 13, correct? For you, right?
For me?
Yes. Or 12, 13, 12?
So I got a 12.
I had a 13, but I got to roll again because you said I have advantage.
Yeah, so
I got a 12 on history, and then
so
a
on the
6
history, let me tell you what you get with the 12 history. With the 12 history, you I'd say you well traveled. You've seen something like this before, but you cannot place where you've seen it from. It's familiar. Um, you feel like this is something you would have learned in adolescence. Um, when it comes to that Arcana check, though, yeah, no, you can't tell what kind of magic this is. This some strange illusory magic going on here, and you can't like you would not have a way to like break it because you just don't know.
Is there any way I can like start like if they're like wearing clothes and masks, like taking things off to see if I can see any identifying marks on
I
them?
mean, if you want to strip them down, they are tied up in on the ground. They are tied up. So
It's gonna happen because them not talking is getting on my nerves, and me being covered in tattoos due to like ritualistic reasons. I was like thinking maybe they may have something too.
mm, so that's what you're doing. You're trying to so you strip
Like
them
search
down.
their body for any like messages
Like
or
hand pads, or you're taking or are you just doing what cops do?
oh this is a full strip search off
Oh,
of one of them.
okay, for one of them. Okay, I'd say the one that's that Brock booped on the nose or on the nose mask, I guess, like a cat. You can search that one, yes.
Okay.
And as you strip them down, they're my leg keeps falling. Damn it! As you strip them down, they obviously are disgruntled and like upset about it. Obviously you can't get the mask off. The mask is like adhered. But like they're naked in their person at the docks, and let me. Hold on. They have like a very like average size, like and it's just wait, it's dangling now. What they were wearing was like cultist like robes. They have pockets. You do feel like a couple things in there, but like two daggers. Yeah, two daggers. Some paper that's blank. There's like few scraps of paper that's blank. Um, and let me think. What else would you find? You do see like a red like on their neck. You do see like a red like inscription. Um, and on it, it doesn't look it doesn't look like anything you can discern as it's not in a language that you recognize.
Okay. Um.
So that's what you see. You find a few scraps of paper, two daggers, and something written like embedded in their neck.
While he's doing that,
I think before you do that, I need everyone to give me perception checks.
It's my best roll. 1 minus 1.
Okay.
This is not a nat one.
It literally was a nat 1, and I have a minus 1. So
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Mhm.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. One of the other ones you notice that they're whispering under their breath. They just sent off a message spell. You just noticed that they sent off a message spell.
All right, that's when I'm gonna like within moments. I'm gonna go from pulling out a dagger from my back pocket to pretty much on top of this guy. Like, what secrets are you sharing? What are you
So-
saying to each other?
Two of them go limp. Two of them instantly go limp. And the one that you strip search, its inscription on his neck disappears, but it leaves like a rotting as it fades away.
It's rotting.
Mm-hmm.
So to describe how I got basically a 0 on my perception,
Go for it.
my character decided to sit down with his ghost buddy and pull out a deck of cards and started playing poker with it.
Wonderful.
I live. But yes, you do see that like the flesh on his neck is rotting and like he just goes limp in his restraint. Well, he's out of restraint right now because like you're strip searching him. He goes limp in your like hands and just dies. You feel like this person just passed on, and another person next to him had passed on that was still tied up. The other two, they look like they're panicking now because they tried to pull off something and it didn't work.
I'm going to the other two, and I'm like holding like the dagger up to like their neck and be like, "Tell me everything you know now."
Uh,
I got a 16 on my perception as well.
you see that as well. You see what's happening as well.
Okay, so that's what happened.
Like yeah, you would have seen the other two. They sent off the sending spell, and now like two of them are just dead, just out of nowhere. Um, they're not speaking, but they're very panicked, and they're trying to like get away from your grasp, like on their like robes and stuff like that. So like they're very like upset. Um, I need Arcana checks because something magical is happening that is not of like you get the sense that it's something magical is happening right now, but it's not of their volition. It's not of those two people's fruition, and they're noticing it. They're scared of that. They're scared of what's happening.
I luck ends. I got a 4.
I got a 16. No, wait, hold on.
I beat Kriv. Nice. I got a 7.
I got a 19.
Okay. You feel a hand on your shoulder, Zirin, but it's not.
Mhm.
It's not. You don't feel panicked. You don't feel in danger. You cannot move and look at this person, but you feel a hand on your shoulder. Um, you see what they're afraid of. You see like a very like dark figure, like impression on the air, like looming over them, and
Almost like a shadow.
yes, and you see their hands go down like this, go through their skull, and their nose start bleeding, and they die.
Fred was gonna
And
look
then,
at
and
this.
then, and then, their, and then their image like just fades away. No one else sees this but you. But the hand on your shoulder, you can't, you literally cannot move your head. But like in the corner of your eye, you see like jewels and like pretty nails, jewels, things of that nature, and it pulls away. So you saw what killed them. No one else did.
Wow. Okay.
Crib, what you noticed during all of that is that you noticed that they started hyperventilating like really bad. Like they want to talk and say something, but they couldn't, and then their nose just start spewing out brain matter.
Fred was gonna try to hold on, but he doesn't know whether to hold on or let go. Like he's
Like they were scared in their last minutes, and they were looking like wide to you.
Yeah, like he's.
But it only killed 2 of them. It kept the other 2 alive.
The all 4 of them are dead. The other 2 died of their. You get the sense that all 4 of them died. 2 of them died of their own fruition, so they caused their own death. Someone sent off a message spell. You know that as well. You and Kriv know that.
Mm-hmm. But the other 2 were killed by the entity that. Ooh,
That
okay.
you saw, yes.
Hmm.
And they're gone. They're dead. But you can pick y'all can pick pocket them. Y'all can get whatever y'all want for them.
Do I need to roll anything for it? Like
I'd say
an investigation or something?
since Kriv already searched one, you'd find similar things. I will say amongst them all, you would also find like 50 pieces of gold amongst them all.
Okay.
So
I feel like Kriv should get like first pick at anything because it was his idea to search them.
that's up to y'all. However y'all want to split the gold up, or if y'all want, that's up to y'all.
I'm too busy looting my undead summon right now, so I don't even know what y'all are doing.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Play a poke over there.
Yeah, Kriv would break it up evenly because he'd be like, in his mind, like he wouldn't have found these people had it not been for the both of them like doing it, so he would have given them their fair share.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
How do you approach Brock with that exactly? Just curious.
Kriv is just gonna come up and in one of your empty tankards, he's gonna drop your share in there and be like, for more liquor.
Oh, sweet. And then he dumps it out into the middle of this other pile of gold because he's literally playing poker with a ghost. And he goes, all in.
Where's this gold coming from? From the ghosts?
Oh, he gave the ghost some gold to bet.
Oh, okay. That's fine. And that's what happened. We're rolling with the punches. But yeah, no. The dock workers, they're like, what the fuck just happened? Because a lot of these dock workers are not arcane adept at all. They're just seeing people die, and they're just like, what's happening? Did you kill them? They're looking at y'all. Did y'all kill the thieves?
So we each get about like 16 pieces. There's like 1 piece left over.
So they're like, guys, what happened? Like, did you find out information? What were they stealing? What were they stealing? Like, well, we know what they were stealing, but why?
We don't know why. They died before we can get any information.
Now, Zarin, you do have information that they're not privy to. It's your decision to tell them or not. I can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell them.
Oh.
Like Zarin wouldn't, like, in all honesty, Zarin wouldn't share that because she would also be like, partially because she's afraid. Like she understands like the connection she has with dark magic, and she's kind of like still not sure whether or not like what how this connects to her. She would hold her cards back on that one.
And with that, I'd say we move from this scene, and whether you have a permanent residence to a home that you go back to here, or you go to the tavern to spend the night, it's time to tuck her down and take a long rest. So let me know where you all are staying, and then we can move on with the next day.
I would go home to my mother.
Anyone else?
And I don't sleep at all because I'm an elf.
You don't, but you I believe you like
you do a 4-hour trance.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I don't like sleep like a normal person like at all. Like trance is not just something I can do like if I want to, but it's like that's the default sleep state.
Yeah, essentially that's how you do your long rest. It's not that you don't have to sleep, and nobody can make you sleep.
Right.
If you want to sleep, you can, but
it's have to. You can just trance it.
I was just curious. I didn't know if like elves just physically did not go to sleep the way everybody else does, and like that's their only state, or if that's like a way of getting rest in addition to sleep that they can also do. If that makes sense.
They don't get benefit out of sleep, so typically they don't sleep because trance is how they do that. But
I would say in both methods you can still dream in both methods.
well, yeah, because you're meditating is essentially your trance state. You're in meditation, so visions would be possible still.
Yes, so you would be at home trancing. Um, where else is everyone going to? Are you going back to your mentor, Criff?
Yes.
Okay. Would there have been prior talks about meeting up later to figure out what's going on, or like?
It most likely would have been prior talks to be like, hey, reconvene here so we can check out what you found, and then they both stay in the more like upper scale parts of town.
Okay, okay. Um, I'd say yes, that's perfect. Brock, do you live here?
Nah, he's homeless.
So you'll be at the tavern then.
Nah, he'd find the nearest brothel.
You'll be at the brothel then. You'll be at the brothel.
But he's a so Brock is actually a virgin. He hangs out at brothels to talk about his problems and like get human interaction.
I'll run a quick scene of that in just a second. I want.
They're really good. They're really good listeners.
I'll. Zarin, you're right home with your to your mother's home, and she's sitting in the middle of the living area with like a cold stone just look towards you and
Hello,
silence.
mother.
Did you get the supplies, my child?
And I do. Here they are, as you asked.
You were gone late. I expected you to be back here
Yes.
promptly.
Yes, there was a commotion in the city. Someone started a conga line, going throughout the city with the queen, and it slowed my return.
There are multiple ways through and out of the city. You can choose another destination, another path to take to get home.
I thought it might be advantageous. I actually was able to speak with the queen.
Speak with the queen.
Yes. I may have conjured up some illusion magic and saved the queen from an assassin.
What use do we have for the royal family?
I don't know. I mean, they're very generous. I believe someone who saved the queen's life might be able to get granted at least one wish.
Do you believe the queen would hold powers of wishes? A wish spell?
Not literally, but like, I feel like I can get at least one favor granted.
I see. You're using your time in silly manners to appease me, but not doing what I asked of you.
I mean, I got a favor from the queen. Like,
What?
this is so useful. Like, we could do anything with this. We could ask for like unlimited supplies for your magic studies, and
I feel like this favor is more for you than myself.
I mean, I was thinking of you when I did it. Of course. Why wouldn't I? It's not like I have anything else to do.
You have to let your sister go. You have to let your brother go. You have to. This only makes you look weak and pathetic.
I know that you blame me for what happened to Azakim, but and I'm sorry. But it's not fair to keep treating me poorly for the rest of my life. I already do that enough.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
She is brutal.
Yes. Mommy dearest.
Oh, it's about to get. Ooh, okay. I'm just waiting on the results.
Oh, I need to. So I get a 1, a nat 1. Wait. I'm sorry. What was you said? It was what kind of? Oh, it's a persuasion check. So it'll be a 4 because it was a 1 and then 3, 4.
Okay. Ooh, yikes. 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 Oh, I feel bad now, but she says, if you can't let go of the past, then there's no more I can do for you. I think it's best for you to go out on your own and experience how the world really is.
Mother, I do all you ask. How could you just throw me out?
You are a stain on my existence. I lost 2 children who showed better promise than you ever have. I suffer day and night, but I keep myself together. It seems you can't do the same. I have no use for diplomats. I have no use for a favor from the Queen. More important things are on my mind. All the work you do is not just solely works of dark magic. I'm doing things for a greater purpose that you will never understand. And I don't think you ever will. I don't need anyone hindering me. So you can go. And she gets up and she walks
You listen
away.
here. You listen here, Mother. I will go. But let's not forget, it is your fault, and yours alone, that Azakim is gone. It is your fault, and your fault alone, that Yeradah is gone as well. It is not mine. You are the reason that this curse lasts upon our family. It is only your fault.
Her back is turned to you and she's not responding.
Fuck you.
She walks off to her room. She opens the door. I expect you to be out by tonight. She closes the door and retires to her bed.
So I would go off. I'm trying to hold it together. I'm crying. I get together a backpack. I put in the items that I have. We've already discussed. Probably would grab some water as well.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of food. I'm definitely gonna raid her magical curio shop. Gonna steal something from there.
She hears you, but she doesn't leave her room. You go have at it.
Okay. What kind of items would she have in a curio? She's a sorceress, so.
I will let you know.
Yeah, we can work that out. So I'm gonna steal some things from her shop. And then
It's only fair I allow this. You got kicked out.
no, the funny thing about it was that I knew at some point we were gonna be leaving on some quest. I was like, no, I'm stealing from Yuho anyway.
I only have one question. How many points of damage do the rest of us take from that brutal fireballing that just occurred?
I don't know when.
Because there's no way the rest of the city got out of that unscathed. Holy shit.
I was like, what the hell did I walk into?
Domestic issues.
I'm over here looking at myself like, do I have daggers in me? Holy shit, that fucking felt like
Nah,
it was
the way art imitates life. This is giving me flashbacks to like 2 years ago.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's beautiful because it actually I'm actually able to like tap into like how you would respond in this kind of situation. It's amazing. I love it. This is great. Okay, so yeah, I got my things gathered up, which we'll discuss later on.
Yes.
I don't even say goodbye. I just leave. And I'm like in tears, and the only thing I can think about I'm heading straight to Kriv.
Okay, and well, I want to do a quick scene with Brock real quick, in the brothel. Just a quick one, just a quick scene. Uh, Brock, Brock, you are sitting there, and you're like deep in under the influence. You may have did a bump of something as well. Who knows?
He did. No, he did. Guaranteed.
And,
Guaranteed.
You see this stunning high elf woman, and very loose chains, but they're very they're covering almost like pasties, and
And the girls are perked up.
she's 7 feet tall, and she's thin but in the waist, but very curvy, very curvaceous. She's also wearing this kind of chainmail skirt, it's very tiny, but chainmail nonetheless. Um, and she's like, "So yeah, you want to dance? You want to dance? You want to?"
Actually, I wanna cuddle and talk, but I want to be the little spoon.
Well, that'll cost about 15 gold per hour. That's my rate.
Okay.
Uh, uh, that's fine with you.
Okay.
Norm, her little Valley Girl X what's her him bimbo accent has left, and she actually talks like a regular person. It's I appreciate that, but are you okay?
Not sure. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you understand how this establishment works?
Yeah. I go to brothels often, but I just like to cuddle and talk about my day and stuff. You can talk about your day too if you want. I'll listen.
Oh, okay. I guess. Yeah, that's fine. But she grabs your hand, and as she stands you up, because she's tall as fuck. Um, she's like, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can get you. She's looking at it. Let me see if I can get you a private suite. And she actually gets the suite on her own. She pays for it. You notice that she pays for it, and she takes you in there, and you guys talk.
Awesome.
You guys talk the night away.
So yeah, he basically talks to her about his day and how he started a whole conga line, and now everybody's his friend. But he met two besties, and he thinks they're gonna be best friends forever.
Oh.
And which, because he's drunk, goes into kind of spirals a little into how he always does this. He finds a brothel to spend the night in, but he likes to be cuddled and likes to talk because
she's just rubbing your hair. She's rubbing your hair.
He literally never got treated that way as a child from his mom, and how he got kicked out.
I'm about to cry. Go ahead.
How he got kicked out of his family because his family, he comes from a family of royalty, but his siblings tried to kill him, and he killed them in self-defense by accident. And so, because he's seen as this bumbling idiot, they banished him. And so now he just wanders around, randomly being attacked by people he's never met and defending himself. And
she's actually like rubbing her hair, like she's like you hear her whisper under her breath, but like she doesn't like want to see. She's trying to be quiet, but she's like hearing this. She's like, what the fuck? But
yeah, he overshares. She's a drunken oversharer.
But she's nevertheless comforting you. You did pay, so she's comforting you. She's cuddling you. She's like, it's okay. Like, I'm sure things will get better. And hearing, like, as she's talking, she's hearing what you had said and replaying it in her mind. She's like, you're of royalty?
I don't know. That's what I was told when bandits try to kill me. They're like, we'll get money for him, and then like I hit them once and they die, and then I feel bad because I don't like killing people, but I'm not gonna let them like kill me or something.
What is your name?
My name is Brock Brimstone.
Her eyes widened. Brimstone. I've had clients named Brimstone before, and they were very wealthy. Like she's thinking,
I'm not very wealthy, obviously, because I got. I remember when I got banished. Yeah, I got banished, and then yeah.
But how did you make your way all the way over here, Brimstone? That's that family's all the way on another continent, a whole other continent.
I just walked here. I don't know.
You walked here, and she's like surprised. Like she's like, because the place that she's trying to place the name is like a really deserty place that's on the other side of the world. So she's very like impressed that you made it this far and survived.
Oh, I also I made friends with this. I think he's just kidding around. He calls himself the Dark Entity from the Shadowfell or something. He's a weirdo, but you'd like him if you met him. Probably. I have no idea. I don't think I've actually met him physically. He might just be in my head. But I got some cool powers out of it, I think. Because I promised to be his friend. And so yeah.
The way you see the way I'm looking, that's how the hoe is. The girl is looking now. The elf is. she's like.
I guess you could say I've lived a charmed life. Is that how that goes?
She's good. Like she's laughing, but like it's kind of like a nervous laugh. She's like, "You lived a type of life. You lived a certain type of life." And she's. And I'll say that we move from there, but yeah, she's familiar. Like if you keep talking to her, like she'll tell you like things about like what she knows about the Brimstone people.
He actually doesn't even ask her that. He asks her like how her day was.
Oh.
And like if she has any friends and what her favorite like food is. Just
so she'll say well my favorite food is like it's kind of like a loaf of meat. It's like drizzled with like this tangy blue sauce.
Is a meatloaf?
Yeah, that's the one. I like that. The brothel serves it. The brothel serves it on Thursdays.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get back here on Thursday because meatloaf is good.
The brothel is served in like in the middle of the week. I'll say that because I do have a whole custom made calendar. I really shouldn't say, but you know, you get the impression Thursday like day.
The day after Hump Day, yes.
Right. And she says that, like, I don't have any friends. She doesn't have any family. She moved to the city because she had heard that the city is, like, very, like, the people are very helpful to, like, the homeless, and they get people off their feet. They don't turn homeless people away. In fact, this is one of the main cities, and as you would know, are very catering to its people, regardless if you have a home or not, whether you choose to stay housed or not. So she got this job because she felt like her looks like she wasn't forced into this job. She just found that like her looks could be used here, and this is fun for her. Like this is something she does for fun. Um,
Gotta enjoy what you do, you know.
Hmm. We stand sex workers' rights.
and she makes a lot of money. Like she really does. Like she tells you that like she gave you a discount because she saw that there's something sweet in you. So she thought she'd throw you a bone.
His knee-jerk reaction to look at himself like, is it candy? Did I drop something?
Oh, when I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
you meant me. Oh, yeah. I'm not so bright. I think that's why people don't like me much.
it's okay. I tried to go to Magic University for mages once, and um, I get fit. Like she starts to get like a little emotional about that because that's something she wanted to do. She did want to go to school, but um, the mages said that she wasn't really from a magical, revered magical family, so that was like already a strike against her. And then she failed her exam to get in, so she tells you about that. She talks about herself.
Mages are the worst, man. They're just like, I read books and I cast magic. And I'm like, my friend just gave me magic. Like, what you spent years doing, I could just do now because I made a friend. Like, what losers? You would have been a great wizard.
I guess I can cast animate object, and you like she casts animate object on the like the candle lit nearby, and the candles just start dancing like one of those like those toys that like if it plays music or if it hears the sound it'll just like dance
Right.
like so the candle's doing that.
Oh, that's cool. That's neat. Really, really neat.
And she
Uh, hey, can I stay the night here? I probably shouldn't be out on the street. I'm really high and drunk.
Yeah,
So
I'll take care. She says I'll take care of you as she rubs her hair, and because it's raining outside, it's pouring outside. It's about like midnight and it's pouring. So yeah, and we'll say we cut from there. Y'all just stay in bed and cuddle. Um,
that's what he's all about.
I'm trying to think who did I said I was gonna get to that. I just did Zarin, correct? Yeah, so
Hmm.
Kriv, you go to your mentor's house to sleep.
Mhm.
And let's see. I still have some time. Yeah, he expects you home. He knows the kind of person that you are. He doesn't care that you partake in libations. He drinks himself while he's at home. Because you're not the only person that he gives quests to. So he'll be at home. People like his other students, they come to him for quests and stuff like that, and then they go off on travels. Um, you do feel like a different air. You do feel like a different air about him tonight though. Like he seems more alert than usual, but like in a happy way. So he's like he's not he wasn't up waiting for you, but like he's glad to see you.
Okay.
You just notice he's like very chipper and like he's wanting to tell you something, but he wants you to engage him first.
All right. If Kriv is gonna come through the door, he's gonna see Thune like in like a more happy and alert. He's gonna be like, "You seem rather upbeat tonight."
I just think it's a good occasion. That's all. The festival being what it is. It sucks that it had to close early because of the rain, but people were really enjoying themselves tonight.
Kriv is gonna chuckle. And he's like, I've never known you to be a man of celebrations."
Oh, you didn't know me and my wife back in the day. Like we were party animals. So he refers back to like you just see him stare off in space, just thinking about all the times they had. But like he refers his attention back to you. It's just like I'm an old man now, and while I do enjoy fun, I can't afford to have it often. I have to take care of so many of my students, including you.
Especially in our line of work, that can be fun doesn't come very easily to people like us.
And he nods, but he also he fixes his mouth to like skirt past that. But he before he changes the subject, he's like, "Well, wherever you go, I do want you to at least try to have some fun. I know how serious you can be. I want you to experience the world as I experienced it in my youth."
Crib was gonna look at him with kind of like a sarcastic look, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll get around to that."
And he says, "Well, about that," and like he frowns a little bit, but like he's like, it's not like a sad frown. It's like kind of like a realization that he's having that this is the moment. And you kind of get this realization as well that like this is something that something weird, something's off about him, and you're kind of nervous about what he's about to say next. But he hands you a scroll from his front pocket. He hands you a scroll, and it says, "I think you're ready to go out on your own, and I think there's a bigger thing out there for you to discover, whatever that may be. I just know in my gut that you'll be able to handle it. I know I've been very protective of you because you're like a son to me, but I have other youth that I have to attend to, and I trust you. I trust you. And I think you'll do great things. Of course, you could always come visit me, but I believe." And he sits up straight and he like coughs because he's like getting emotional, but he's trying to like put on a tough guy face. He's like, "As such, as your final quest that I give you is go out and explore, and I think this is a starting point. Do you open the scroll?"
He's gonna be like a bit taken aback, but he's mostly just processing everything. And in his processing, he would open the scroll.
So in the scroll, you find that there's a quest. Like it's like a it's not a wanted poster, but it's like it's a poster asking for civilians of a different town, different country, different like whole place, a whole different continent. Um, Essentially, it's detailing disappearances. It's detailing like a reward of like a very significant financial reward if someone volunteers to help. And it's multiple things. Like there's just a lot. You get the sense that a lot of things have been happening in this poster, and it lists them: disappearances, deaths, strange like things going on with the terrain. Um, just very like criminals escaping prisons. Um, like there's multiple things going on. Um, and as such, you also that part in particular, you also noticed that it was kind of the same poster that was on. Um, oh, I forgot the character's name that died. Ooh, that's how forgettable he is. Yikes.
Trade for.
Pray for you collected his things. Like a carrier found you. Like the day that you had met, like a little bit before before you had met Eska, a carrier had found you, um, and gave you all of his possessions because he didn't have a last of kin, and you were the last person seen with him. Um,
That means you have all his like special things too, right?
we'll talk about that. We'll see. I'd say you have all of the things that was looking into, like with his family and stuff like that. That could be more or less important to you depending on what you read into it. You do see that he had a another scroll. Uh, you might have looked at it at some point, but I'm saying that this scroll that you're reading now jogged your memory of his scroll that you got with his personal effects. Um, while you're reading, it says a prison break and a series of prison breaks within that place. You also remember that that scroll that he had listed, like it was like an order. It wasn't like a poster or anything like that. His was more like an order, like you need to investigate this, prison breaks and stuff like that. But it was in relation to his hometown and his home providence. So there's prison breaks happening in two separate locations that you know of now. It just that reading this, what your uncle gave you, just jogged your memory about that because you were going to look into that as well. But you also have this thing that's off on another continent altogether. So there's like a bunch of stuff that you could be doing that is like high financial gain. That's what you're getting from this poster.
Gotcha.
You feel like this didn't come from like a single government. This poster was made in a with in a collective. Like you feel like this is some official tissue type of
Mhm.
poster. Like
Maybe it actually would say that too. Like maybe it's like is it written in a language he could understand?
yes, it is.
Maybe it's like a government paper or something like that, like detailing the things that are happening within the kingdom, or like a debrief or something.
it says on the top. It says council decree. I guess council decree or like a council announcement. And this announcement's not unusual. You might have seen council announcements before. Council announcements go out throughout the planes, and people get like announcements from them from wherever. They kind of
Mhm.
just show up, and they often like the council. You know to be like very mysterious. You don't know much about them. You just kind of know like if you went to school or you were taught by someone. You know like to steer clear of the council because they mean official business if they appear in your city. Um, or if you get like a personalized letter to them, that means that you did something either really good or really bad.
Gotcha.
Mm.
But if they send like a general like announcement, that's more of a thing to like telling people this is what we're looking out for, and we will reward heroes to take care of certain problems.
Okay. Crib would take this. He would take um, the things that are of real value of our the character, and he would leave the rest for, I guess, the next generation that's coming up behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And he would also he'd probably leave behind his childhood knife for also the next generation.
Oh,
And then he would like shake Thune's hand and walk out the door.
oh wait, as you shake his hand, he hands you. This is funny. He hands you an acorn.
A what?
He hands you an acorn, a blue acorn.
He's gonna be like, is this some kind of joke?
That'll be useful one day.
Right. And he's just gonna pocket it and then walk out.
I'll let you know what acorn does, like out of character, but like your character would not know what it is for until you've actually
Okay.
used it. Um, but yes, he hands you that. He gives you he even with the handshake, he gives you a big hug because like he considers you his son. Like he never had children with his wife,
hmm
so like he considered you as his son.
His son, who he trained to kill people.
Mm-hmm. Well,
That's what you do.
to really
That's what
take
you do
care
to
of
your
yourself.
son.
To really take care of
Yeah.
yourself.
That's what you do with your son, right? You train your son to kill people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What other reason are y'all out here having kids for?
Assassinate people, break-ins, extortion, all
Mhm.
those things.
But for the greater good, he's always told you like don't hurt no one that doesn't deserve it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but yeah, like that happens. He hugs you. He hugs you tight, and then he lets go. It's like I'll see you again. This is not goodbye, but you need to go out there, experience the world.
He's just gonna give a nod.
And we'll move from that scene. And everyone's tuckered out. You know, they're in their beds. Some people are in the brothel getting talked to.
But we don't have a bed anymore. Me and
Oh, that's right. Well, I could say I would just say that
well, this is like I think we should probably do like our encounter because neither of us have a place to stay now. Like I don't have a place to stay. I was coming to come stay with him
that's very true.
or like get help.
That is true. You did say that. So I'd say as Criv is walking out the door, you're like soaking wet because it's been raining. It's still raining. You've been soaking wet, and you appear up behind Criv.
Criv.
Criv is gonna look surprised, and he's gonna just rough night. That's the first thing that comes to his mind.
And that's an understatement.
And he's gonna turn around and say, "Hold on." He's gonna do the thieves can't knock on the door, and then he's gonna ask Thune. He was like, "Well, it looks like soon turned into immediately. I need to stay here for the night, and so does she."
And he takes a look at his Aaron and it's just like, okay, one more night. And he invites you in. He makes you feel really comfortable. His space is huge. Like, mind you, there's really no wealth inequality in this city, but like, you know that his house is like made as a just a training like type of place. Like, people come here to train. People come here to study. People come here to like this house is huge, and it's amongst.
It's like a dojo in a house.
It's a yes, it's like a dojo. So there's plenty of place for you to sleep. You can kind of go wherever in the house to lay your head. He makes you food if you're hungry, gives you drinks. He doesn't ask about your situation, and neither I would assume neither does Criv unless Criv asks.
Criv is just gonna eat, shower, and then go to sleep because he knows this is the last good in his mind. He's like, okay, this is the last night for who knows how long I get to sleep on an actual bed.
And and yes, so that happens. You get taken care of, both of you, by Thune, and you both go off to sleep, and everyone's go off to sleep. I don't know what Brock is doing, but he had the brothel for the night. He's somewhere safe. So
yeah. He's probably passed out. He probably passed out.
Yes, it is the next day. Y'all up and early. I would say I would say that you see a bunch of students as y'all coming down like the upper stairs of his place, like awaiting like questions, things like that, missions or just like things to do in his home. He waves to you all, but he continues talking to the students. When he's talking with his students, that's official. He cares about his students. And it almost feels like a tender, sweet moment because you know that about him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to speak to you today.
Yeah. He's more focused on the next generation, so I get it.
Yes, he's very like he's not ignoring you. He did acknowledge you as you came down the stairs, but like he's moving on to speak with these children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave like 5 gold coins on my pillow for like to thank him for the hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna subtract that.
And I'm assuming you guys just head out?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that you guys talked about, because you guys did talk about reconvening. I would say all three of you reconvene. This is the day after the festival. It's still kind of wet and murky outside because it had rained so much throughout the night. But the stalls are being put up, decorations are being taken down. You, as a reminder, Sarah, you do have your meeting with the queen. She didn't specify a time, so you kind of assume that you kind of just come at any point. If that's something you want to do immediately, we can run that.
Yeah, I would feel like you would be early for the queen.
So I'm assuming you would have told. I'm gonna say y'all meet up in the center of town, where the the town center. So y'all meet up at the town center, which is right next to the Bravo, because it's right next to the big tavern. You know, strong people go from the tavern to the Bravo. because that's just how that works. Money follows
Mhm.
money. So y'all meet up, and
I happen across them after I go to the tavern to get food and then to get more booze.
got
And
you.
as I come out,
It's 9 a.m.
I see Cribs specifically. Best buddy, what's up, man? Last night, you're a party animal.
You don't know the half of it.
Ooh,
And he's just
Oh.
gonna smile.
Looking forward to it.
It's only 9 a.m. and you're already drinking.
Is time a factor in drinking? I don't understand. What's the question?
I mean, most people try not to get intoxicated before noon.
Well, most people, they're not as exciting as I am.
Delightful.
I hate that I
Crib.
am falling in love with Brock's character.
Mm-hmm. I do.
I'm gonna have an embassy ready for you. Hold on. No, but no, you guys meet up and y'all amongst each other. What do y'all want to do first?
Crib was gonna
Sure.
take out the jobs and like roll them out on like probably the tavern. Be like, well, we all need income, so I think the smartest thing would be to do for us is to take one of these jobs.
Oh yeah, you guys are adventurers. You all are
What?
adventurers. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Um,
What?
This
What?
one,
What happened?
What is happening?
What? What?
Oh, you got
Hello?
the barkeep is speaking. She's very very busty woman. Kind of ugly mole on her face, but she's very she is. The mole doesn't take away from her attractiveness. She's just kind of like, but like the rest of her face is like kind of beautiful, curly, short hair. Um, I'd say her race. She is a human. She is a human woman. You clock her to be middle aged. But she's still vivacious and lively. She's like, yeah, you guys are adventurers, yeah.
I don't know how to answer the
Barely.
question.
title I'd choose.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. You guys got to come up with your party name.
Wait. Where's the party? No. See, people are telling me it's 9 a.m. and you can't drink, and now people are telling me there's a party.
But-
Somebody's gonna make up their mind for me.
No. You are the party, yeah.
That's true. That's true. Especially last night, I was definitely the party. Yeah.
We are. I would not describe us as a party at all. Like, I am with Kriv. This gentleman is here, but I don't think he's
Oh, but
particularly
you
with
all
us.
work so well together. The look is there. It's there. You just need a name.
Wait, do I know your name, Brock? Did you tell me your name yet, or have you said your name
No.
around me?
Honestly,
Okay, because I just want to make sure.
I don't know how your character would take it, but he didn't even notice your existence last night. He
Okay,
seemed
that's fine.
wildly oblivious.
That's fine.
It was just a blip. Y'all only interacted like for just a blip for her to save the queen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know there was a problem with the queen. I was too busy partying.
So you would be officially meeting for the first time here.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But like none of you decided on a party name, a group name, a title. And as she does this, her tits just like knocks over a glass.
Wait, her titties?
Yeah, just
I'm gonna roll the.
She has big ass.
I'm gonna roll to catch the glass.
Can I time meta for a second? I feel like we should wait till 9 is here to come up with a group name.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. Oh, now that you're okay, yeah, that's
and from Zaren's perspective, Brock is not with us. Like Zaren's cool with Crib. Brock is a bit much for her. So like I feel like I can play into like her like not wanting to make anything official with Brock yet.
Mhm. Okay.
Like Crib is cool. It seems like Crib was cool with Brock though.
But
Just like I don't know.
you guys can workshop. Where's my
There's nothing personal, Mongo. My character is like a very cold, cynical asshole. So
you ain't got anything to apologize for. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm losing the accent so bad. Well, you guys can workshop it, y'all. Think about it.
Oh, I rolled
Sure.
a 19 total to catch the glass before it hits the ground.
Yeah, you catch it. It's just you set it up. You unfortunately touch a bit of her titty meat.
My character wouldn't even notice because I have a passive perception of 9. So literally.
So you set the glass up, but your hand is just still there, and she's just looking down like, "Sir,
Oh.
I know I am very attractive, but I'm on the clock. I can't."
Oh, so no. That my apologies. That wasn't on purpose. You are really attractive though. You really are.
Thank you. She gives you 2 more tankards for free just because you said that.
Yeah. Awesome. Alcohol.
But yes,
Lovely. Just what he needs, more alcohol.
But
You're correct.
Yes, y'all are discussing what Criv has laid out. So the 2 scrolls and some. I'm assuming Criv also tells you that he had acquired a trade force shit essentially.
Yeah.
Y'all only met him once. Kind of forgettable. I'm being shady. Let me stop.
So shady.
Does anybody watch this? I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Let me stop. Before they start canceling me. No. Yeah. So you have his information, what he's laid down, and what he thinks he wants to try to do. As a group, which would be better for y'all because like it's a lot of money. Crib has like these more guaranteed sources of money y'all can have if y'all do Crib's thing. But also, I'm assuming Zarin lets them know that you're meeting with the Queen. Do you? Well,
Mhm.
oh, I was going to ask. Do you let them know that you caused that event, or do you tell them that you just saved the Queen and the Queen offered you?
I'm gonna preface this right now for Brock. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Whatever Kriv says is a good idea, that's just what Brock's gonna go with because they're best friends.
I would not tell Brock because he does not seem. He seems to be a loose cannon. Or like a boost-filled cannon. So I feel like I would not tell him based off of like Zaren's very like careful nature when it comes to stuff like information and stuff. Would I share with Kriv though? I would. I'll go. I'll do that.
Okay.
Be like so tiny little bit of information to share with you. You know the assassin yesterday at the Queen, or would-be assassin.
Yes.
That was me.
You were in league with that assassin?
Oh no, it was an illusion. A little bit of illusion magic. But now we have.
I'm assuming they're whispering. So, Brock, if you want to try to listen in, you can. You can roll for it.
No, there's no reason for him to. He is drinking. He has already ordered food. He is already like gassing up other customers that are there. Like, yeah, you're cool too. Like, he's just being the life of the party and letting them have their conversation. He's not even involved.
Yeah, you're talking with a bunch of guild members that are trying to like do some guild stuff, and like they're just getting like getting the feels in with the drinks.
Absolutely.
But yes, y'all have this conversation. You let them know. Yeah. Yes. So y'all have those options.
Krill was gonna say, I'm assuming you did that for a good reason, with a bit of annoyance in his voice.
I mean, I would think that saving the Queen's life can grant you some favors. And I'm actually meeting with the Queen today to talk about it a little bit more. You can accompany me if you'd like.
He's gonna be like, next time you do something like that, tell me first.
Well, I mean, it wasn't exact. You were conga dancing with this person over here, so I mean, I kind of made a quick decision.
I will
But
concede
noted.
that point to you.
Hmm?
I will concede that point to you.
But noted. I will try to run future decisions by you more. Possibly.
Okay, and so I'm assuming that Crib, you tell Brock that you're heading to the Queen first.
Yeah.
Got you. So we're just gonna fast forward. We're they're at the palace. The guards are there.
Okay.
Y'all were like approaching at like a decent pace up the like the very nice stair opening and like garden area of the front lawn. Um, but like the guards see you guys and then they start to like move in closer because they don't know who like the plan like the house, the Tudor house, like this giant estate is open so like anyone can come visit, so to speak, the kingdom. But like the guards of course are still going to be protective. They're not going to like lunge at y'all or nothing like that, but they're
Like the palace in the UK, like where people can come visit, but like.
right. So
Mongo wanted to say something or ask a question, I guess.
So when I'm told that we're going to see the Queen, I'm going to buy like the best bottle of wine that's available
oh,
as a gift.
oh, okay. I love that. So yeah, I'll definitely say you stopped by as y'all were walking. One last stall was open, like it's like one of the last stalls from the festival, and you get sort of like this long glass bottle of wine, and on its label it has like a strange fruit that you haven't seen that's only local in this city. It's a tree fruit. It's very small and it's kind of berry like. It's berry like in size. Um, and I'll come up with the made up fruit for that. I'll figure that out. But yes, it's like a very exotic fruit, and this was um expensive. This would be very expensive, but like the person felt like they had to get rid of their inventory because even though like the city makes a lot of money, no one's gonna pay an egregious amount of money for this shit. So like he was just gonna give it away anyways. So you were able to get a bottle. So
Nice.
y'all are there, and one of the guards Bob you see Crib and Saren, you both see Bob. Oh, you guys didn't meet Bob. That's right. You didn't encounter Bob. Only Eska did. Um, so you see a gentleman that's like really tall as Brock. So he's 6'4". And he comes up. He's like, "Halt! Welcome to the palace." But are you? Is there a reason why you're coming to seek entry?
We have an appointment with the Queen.
Appointment with the Queen. What sort of an appointment?
Yes. I am the person who prevented the assassination attempt yesterday. She said she wanted to speak with me today.
One of the guards leans into this gentleman's ear, talks with him, and he nods. It's like, I was not privy to this. I was out doing other things, but apparently my peers have alerted me that this is something that the Queen has said that she was expecting you. So I will let you through. Just be mindful of where you put your hands. There's expensive things in this palace, and there will be people inside that'll help you see the Queen. They will let the Queen know. So they move around and they start off guards. They start heading out to their like city patrols because they do this in the morning. That's why they all were on the front line. They were getting briefed, and then they were going to go off and do their rounds throughout the city. So they leave. They leave y'all alone, and y'all can head in.
Okay.
Brock basically puts his hands like this so he doesn't touch anything.
Right?
Step away for 1 second.
Oh, go ahead. As soon as y'all walk in, y'all see like so much like very antique, old, like but very like blue stained, polished, like very royal blue, like architecture items, um, Tudor walls, of course, like a cream and brown on the borders, and it's very huge. The floor is like the same like mosaic like stained glass tiling that's in the town center is actually the flooring in the in this palace as well. It glows like a magical arcane glow as well. Um, as you walk in, there's just like a bunch of busy people walking around with like scrolls, papers. There's people like following a chef. You see like a chef walk past, but like a bunch of people following in tow. Like it's just busy in here. Um, you see like a lady who is looking at things, running check marks off like a wooden plank and like a piece of scroll paper. She says why are all my NPCs like really beautiful women? I hate that. She she looks very astute. You can tell by her attire she's like a wizard, but like a very high regard wizard, like highly regarded wizard. Um, you don't necessarily know her title, but you know that like she's of importance in this building. She doesn't look like everyone else. Um, she has sort of like this kind of hair, like this kind of color with like blonde underneath. But it's in like a high ponytail, and she looks very young. She's very young, like in her early 20s. So she's walking around, and she sees you all approach. She's like, "Can I help you?"
For an appointment with the Queen, I am the person who saved her life the other day.
Oh, so that's the one she mentioned before she went to bed. Oh, okay. Um, you all have, well, it doesn't matter. She was gonna, you get the feeling she was gonna ask you something, but she's like, she has too many other things on her mind to worry about, and like to get this meeting over for the queen, which because she has several meetings that she has to do today. She's like, you know what, this seems like it'll just be quick. I don't have to go through the policy. So she's like, and she says that actually under her breath, and she escorts you to like the upper grand staircase in front of you. She goes to the left side, and she expects you guys to follow. She's like doing this behind her. So y'all follow? All right. She she reaches the hall. It's like, so I know the queen is very busy, but I think she could take like a few minutes to before she actually starts meeting with like very important people. I think she could speak with you. I don't know what the extent is, but she'll let me know afterwards. She knocks on the door and she says, Tasia. And when she says Tasia, you notice that it's very informal. Um, she doesn't say the Queen's Tile or anything. She just says, Tasia, you have someone here for you. And she opens the door. You see Tasia, and like, and y'all know what she looks like. She's
Is
in.
Tage the Queen?
Tasia is the queen.
Okay.
But you all would know that's not her full name.
Mm-hmm.
But you all know her name to be Queen, Low Queen, Tasia. You never heard anyone call her Queen Tasia before, except for like maybe the king himself if he made decrees out in public. Um, so she walks out and she's like, "Yes, what's what? Oh, you're that person? Yes. I promised you I'd speak with you. Kind of forget. And she ushers all three of you in. And
Hello, Your Majesty.
oh no, you don't have to bow to me. It's early. Yeah, she has a headache. Like you physically tell she has a headache. It's early. You don't have to bow to me. Uh, uh, thank you for saving me. I appreciate it, and my husband appreciates it. Um, I don't mean to take time out of your day. I know you want to speak with me about something. I was in such a panic. I'm sorry. What
No,
exactly
I
did you
understand.
want?
I just thought maybe you would want to discuss about the incident, what happened.
Discuss in what manner?
Maybe ask questions or talk a little
Well,
bit more about like what.
I do want to know, how did you know that a person was there to assassinate me?
I didn't know ahead of time. I just happened to look up at the balcony and saw them aiming, preparing to aim.
Roll me deception.
My character immediately starts looking around nervously. Somebody was there to assassinate you?
Kriv, knowing this
Yes.
is happening, he's just like narrowing his gaze to be like, "Oh my god, what can I do if this goes south?"
Yeah, this is your time to think of something because she's asking a very fair question. So
I got a 24.
oh, okay.
I told you I built into deception. Like the fact that I failed that other deception check with not with
Yeah, I get it.
Asuka is just like wild.
So she says, okay. Well, you have very good eyes on things, huh? Okay.
I've been known to be quite perceptive.
Well, I do appreciate it. And you see her husband walks out behind her, and he's not in full gear. Uh, you see her in like a very nice like down road type of situation. It's very long. It's very long train, but you see him in just like barely a loincloth. Like you get eyeful. Matter of fact, you see you see something sizable, but it's not like off putting. But you notice it's there. It's just like yikes. And
No, 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 no.
the queen hears her husband shuffling like behind her. She's like, yikes. Well, she doesn't say that, but like in her head, she lets out a sigh. She's like, oh god. She
Let's
tries
see
to
if they know this.
she tries to close the door slightly, so like she tries to crack the door, so like her husband walking around is not a distraction.
Uh,
Um,
if
I,
if he's looking in our direction at any point when he walks by,
He actually is. He was actually about to go speak, but then she noticed. But he closed like in his face a little bit, like
Brock looks at us, respect, and then starts digging into his bag for something.
oh god. And she audibly says like, oh god. And Kent, like King Kent, low King Kent, Kent, Kenth, by the way. He's like, honey, what are you doing? Like, we're having such a good time. Like, this is why she's late to her meetings because like her husband want to get down in the mornings. So, like, honey, what's going on? I told the guards to like not bother you, and she's mortified. She's looking like, oh, this is the person you were telling me about last night? She saved you, correct? Yes, dear. Yeah, she saved me. Honey, I think you need to. I think you had to run drills with all the knights. Can you get dressed and go run the drills with all the knights? That's that's
I,
that's your job, isn't it? He's like, yeah, yes, but like I thought we were going to do this. Don't, go. We'll do. I'll treat you to something later. And he like his eyes wide, and he like shrugs and goes back into the room and starts to get dressed. She does notice that you are looking for something, so she's like,
In the in the meantime, while that's happening, I lean over to Crib and say, "With these kind of antics, I'm surprised it's taken this long to produce an ad."
Trevor's gonna get like a smirk and like a very low chuckle.
I finding the bottle that I got for them. Pull the bottle out. This is for you guys.
oh.
As
And
a gift for hanging out with me last night and being a part of the conga line. It was very cool.
she smirks at you. She gives you a really warm smile. It's like, thank you, I appreciate this. This is really nice. This is really expensive. So if you, like, she's not like classist or anything like that. Like, you never known the queen to be like, she's very good to her people. You never know the queen to be classist, but like she'll say things that are just like, what the, you know, the queen is slick tongued. Other diplomats say that about her. Like, someone of your caliber having something like this. I mean, it's really nice. Thank you. I appreciate this so much. She genuinely does appreciate it.
He doesn't seem to notice what she said. Like the some of your caliber, he doesn't seem to even notice.
Like, she comes from money, but she's a lot like, she's not like money hungry like other people
Mhm.
are.
I would laugh, like Zarin would like chuckle, but like cover it up because Zarin caught it, and they're just like,
And she's,
"Do you have any more questions for me, Your Highness?"
well, if you don't know, I suppose if you don't know who planned this, I suppose not. But hmm, maybe
Is there
there's
any way I can be of service to the crown?
hmm, she looks at all three of you. Y'all going to be involved in this role, so I need all of you to roll persuasion checks because she's considering all of you and not just her.
Persuasion?
Hmm. Or charisma. No, give me a charisma check. Fuck it. Charisma checks.
Oh.
Okay, just straight charisma.
16.
20 total.
Okay.
Oh, not me getting a natural.
Oh, yikes. What?
So I got a 7.
Yeah, but that's a crit fail on a yeah, that's a crit. A crit fail. Ooh.
Do we balance the other half, other 2/3 out?
Well,
Wait, what do you? Wait, what do I get saving throws in, and how would I know if I get a saving throw or not? And what does saving throws even mean?
I would tell you what saving throws to roll essentially, and saving throws are like, um, I don't know how to. Ooh, I know what they kind of are in essence, but I don't know how to explain them.
Would
Like
you
if somebody, like if a fire dragon were to breathe fire at you, it would be like a dexterity saving throw. And if you fail it, you take all the damage, and then if you pass it, you only take half.
Right.
saving throws are a way to resist attacks and abilities that are not attack roll based. So
Like, let's say like I had like a trap that sprayed like some type of thing that's poisonous. I'd have you roll like a Constitution saving throw for that.
or a dexterity because it's a trap.
Right.
But another good example is the spell that you were using, Crown of Madness. That requires a wisdom saving throw
Mhm.
because you're attempting to affect the mind, and the only way to resist that is through the power of your will. So your wisdom, essentially. So that's basically what saving for is to resist attacks and abilities that are not attack roll based.
My players are so smart.
So wait, what did everybody get? So you got a what?
Someone got
I
16.
got a 7.
Criv got 16. You got 20, I believe. You got 7, but you auto failed. So it's just an automatic fail. Yes, she looks at you, not in a disgusting way or nothing like that. Like, she appreciates the sentiment, but she doesn't regard you. Um, she doesn't say anything to you. She looks at Criv and Brock and says, Are you all in a group?
Well, that's my best friend right there, pointing at Crib.
Yes. Yes, man. We are all in a group.
Interesting. And she regards Brock again because you did get a 20 or 12. So she, hmm. You seem you would be good at fetching things.
I've never played that game.
She closes her eyes slowly, like you know how like when a cat's annoyed, they slow blink. She slow blinks, like the slowest blink. But she smirks a little bit, but she's just like, oh god. How would you all feel about possibly doing a favor of me and showing your worth, and then I'll probably consider. And she looks back at Zarin. I'll probably consider more institutional roles for you.
It's the job.
Okay.
Institutional? Do you mean, like, for instance, being able to go to an academy, a sorcery school, or wizardry school?
We'll discuss that after I see how you fare in this task I'm giving you. It's very simple. My sister, um, the High Queen, she is looking for people to investigate a matter. Um, and she says, we're, we've called out for multiple parties, but every party that we've sent has kind of just not gotten back to us. And my sister is desperately needed this help. She never calls for outside help. She certainly does for calls for outside help from me. And she quickly changes into like a she's like her hands like do like a twisting motion, and as she does the twisting motion, her like robe that she like robe that she was wearing twists and turns in space. Like it almost seems like kind of weird looking at it, like how the space and area around her is just like warping, but it turns and twists, and it twists it like in like impossible ways until it just like twists out into like a long gown, long like very like regal gown, and like on her breast area it's very open. It doesn't even much to the imagination, but yes, that's what you see. She changes. It was just like a quick like change for her. Um, she turns around, knocks on the door, her living quarters doors, and she opens it. Like the door usually comes out the other way. She pushes it in the other way. Um, and you see another bedroom. You like when you came, you had a glimpse of the bedroom. You saw it was all blue. This bedroom is all green. And you guys walk out of a like the door slams against a wall. You walk out of the mirror. She walks in, invites you in. Y'all come behind her. Y'all walk out of it. The door was like embedded inside of a mirror inside of there, and you see glass on the floor inside of the green room. And she's looking around, and then she turns her head, just like, oh okay. And you see her, you see who you think could be her sister. It's like, my liege. And she you see her sister turns around, and let me see if I can get an image for her sister and what she looks like. Just give me 1 second. Oh.
Reflexively, I mutter under my breath, damn, shit, got a second bottle.
That's weird. I'm gonna have to resave it because I just do not feel like scrolling. So let me resave this real quick. We're almost done, y'all. We're about to wrap it up in just a few minutes. Okay. This is who you. Yes, this is who you see. It's in the NPC works. This is who you see. She is also Glimmerfolk. And you wouldn't know her name because, like, again, she's in a whole different province. She's the High Queen, and she has most of the land of the country.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know who this is, because the Low Queen doesn't mention her sister off. Like, she doesn't mention her sister at all. This is the first time, as far as you know, hearing about her sister. But she is the High Queen, so when she says, "High Queen, your liege, I bring some people that might be useful to you." And she turns around and she's like, "I've told you about using your strange magic to appear into my room." And she you don't see Queen Tasia like flinch or anything like that, like, cause her sister's voice is like booming and like very like lashing. Um, but you see her smirk just like, I've always been more adept in magic than you have. And and she's furthers around. Who are these people that you've brought? She said, just a few people. You didn't know, but I was almost killed last night. And one of these people, and she waves her hand to Zara. One of these people saved me. Like, all those gods and knights and so-called guild members over there. You can protect yourself. She's like, it. She doesn't. She goes to respond, but she doesn't say anything else to her sister. She, at the very least, she says like, "I will figure out who's after me, but I think you have bigger problems on your hands." And her sister points at the door like she kind of knew someone was at her sister's door. And her sister looks back. She's like, "Are they here for recruitment?" And Tasha nods like, "The three of you. I don't. If my sister can vouch for you, and you can tell she's the type of person who doesn't listen to anyone, but you see a look of desperation on her face. I don't just take anyone's word for how good a person may be useful to me, but there will be something in it for you all." Um, she goes into detail. She goes into detail about how um, there is a prison break that happened. That there was a prison break that happened about 3 weeks ago, and um, that rings weird to you. That like none of you have heard about this because like this is the High Kingdom, so like some word would have got back, like gossip, or at least that you would have heard that from another province that um, a thing has happened. But you all this is the first time you're hearing about it. Um, Someone broke out of my my very well built and maintained prison, my very inescapable prison, and they took several prisoners with them. Very dangerous people. And if I don't figure out how this happened, how things were breached, the realms may be in trouble. And she's giving y'all like a rundown of like where the location of the prison. She's giving you like details about the other parties that tried to investigate but haven't like come back to them with anything, or they just haven't showed back up here to give a report. She tells you all of that, and Kriv, excuse me, Kriv, you've noticed that prison keeps coming up in things, and you just realize, like, why am I keep hearing about prison breaks in different
Well,
places in the world? So like that's another thing that shows you like you should pursue whatever your uncle gave you because like this seems like really like strange, and you like if it almost tickles that like mystery like part of you, like you want to solve a mystery. Um, and as she explains this to you, the door gets a knock on it, and Queen Tasha, your queen, she's looking like you should get that, and her sister, Queen Beer Talks, that's her name, Queen Beer Talks. But she says, "Hi, Queen Beer Talks. You should probably get that. That's probably important for you." And she's frustrated. She's aggravated, and she doesn't say anything to her sister. She just turns dramatically and just like waves her hand with emotion, and the door slams open. But she's like shocked at who she sees. It's several members of the council. Several members of the council. Like they cannot fit through this door. That's how many members of the council are like standing in front of Queen Beer Talks' door. And that's where we'll end the session.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Dang. Well,
Intense.
I hope my little stunt got us some more information. Is the prison break that she's talking about on the paper that Kriv has,
One more time.
or is this a separate one?
In Trey Force paper that he in scroll that he has, it was more of a Criff would have told because you talked about it in the tavern. Criff would have told you that this doesn't seem like official like high status papers. This seems like more of like people who are like royalty, but not like the main line of secessions or anything like that. This is more like people who are like socialites of royalty or stuff like that.
Right, but I'm saying, is the prison break she's talking about, is it on that paper?
It
Is
is.
it listed as one? Okay, so we knew about it, but we didn't know. Okay.
Yes, and you're actually well, y'all figure it out. I can't tell y'all that. I can't tell y'all everything in meta. Yeah, but that's the end of the session. And
That was cool.
I want to thank everyone for coming to TTRPG Barbie and hanging out with us. I saw a couple people in the in the user list, so I couldn't speak with y'all. That's fine. Thank y'all for coming. I see y'all. My husband was here. Thank you, hubby, for coming. This will be on YouTube later. It's oh god, we went for 3 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah, for a while today.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize we went for that long. I wasn't trying to go that long. I was really trying to keep it under 2 hours. But there was something important that I had to get to, so I used that extra time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
No
so
complaints.
I
It was
want
fun.
I want everyone, to say goodbye to our peoples over there. Well, we will see you in YouTube land. Bye, y'all. Yeah, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe when you see it on YouTube, because that helps me. And yeah, have a good day.